goodbye. See you later. Bye.
That was great.
Welcome, everybody. Okay, bye. Thank you for coming to our show. Wow.
Hi, guys.
And we're back. We're back in the house with
And we're back.
with Mr. Bill Grundler.
With the theyve. One of the theyves.
Oh shit.
Love having you on the show.
Dude.
Okay, I'm gonna start. You ready? I'm gonna start.
Yeah, go for
Okay,
it.
go.
Yeah, go.
All right. So
For
you guys
Oh, here we go.
making your way into our special little group of CrossFit just nerds and buffoons. I have to know, Garrett.
Oh boy.
What's it like hanging out with like all of the pundits?
Oh, I don't know. I don't even know what to do.
Like I told you right away. You hit me up and you're like, "Hey, what does this mean when they ask me if I want to do that?" I'm like, "It means you can't be a fangirl anymore." You're like, "Oh no, I don't know what I'm supposed to do
right now." I love this.
He's putting me on blast immediately.
I love it. I love it.
Hey, we're only 1 minute and 15 seconds into the show.
Yes.
Let's get it out of the way now.
I really don't. It's like, it's hilarious. It's almost like I know too much. And so I kind of don't look at some stuff. So I don't accidentally say anything anywhere ever. And I just don't, I'm like, hey, do you guys want to come on the show and talk about shit? And they're like, cool. And then they come on the show and they talk about it. I'm like, fine, as long as it's not me talking about it. Like,
yeah.
Yeah, no, it's fun. It's cool. I'm kind of trying to find my bearings, but it's definitely different than anything I've ever been a part of. It's really cool.
I will say that don't feel like you need to be. There's some people that talk a whole bunch. There's some people that are super vocal. There's some people that are just super silly. There are some people that, like Chase, I swear he like speaks in our whole chat in like the GIFs. That's all he does. Like someone will say something, then he'll throw up a little video thing of whatever. And then I'm the quiet one. Like I am, like I every once in a while I'll be like, smile emoji, thumbs up emoji. And then I'll say something, whatever. But like, I mean, don't feel like you need to be something to be in that group. Just be you, and then you're fine.
I'm quiet. I throw out my little gay jokes here and there.
Oh, I see you every once in a while.
Like,
I see it every once in a while.
Or I'll approve it. Like I'll be like, yes, that is gay approved. And then I move on.
that has been funny. That has been funny. That has been funny where every once in a while you put the little stamp of approval on there.
Yeah. That's us. You're right. Yep. You were correct.
Yep.
That's funny.
Oh, and Chase, I heard yesterday, and I want to talk about your podcast yesterday with Jake because I was dying the entire time. It was great.
I heard we fight in.
It was so
Are we
good.
wrestling? What are we doing? We fight in wrestling. Is that what I heard?
I don't know, man. Like I was all ready to do battle with whoever of like the CrossFit. Like, give me the best. I'll take whoever. Like, let's go, Chase. We'll crush them. And that he picks you guys as the first group. I'm like, what, Chase? Like, I mean, okay, yeah, they're two tall, really, really tall women, but like, can we pick somebody else, man? You gotta up our manness here. Don't bring our manness down here, dude. Yeah. Come on. So
I was laughing because I've been like, I did mixed martial arts. Shout out to San Lung Mu for like 10 years. They're great. I loved every second of it. And last year I did a lot of boxing. And I've sparred with men and women, and the amount that men have to slow themselves down to spar with us to make it like fair and okay. And yeah, I don't want to wrestle you, Chase. You're like 6'2", and like I don't no, I'm good. I'm really good, but I'm flattered that you thought of it.
Oh man, there was he made a comment about, he's so funny. He made a comment, this was probably, I don't know, maybe a week and a half ago, something like that. Something about we were talking shit on somebody. I don't remember who it was. And brought you up and said, probably has the Glintons probably have more dick than this I don't even say who the person was. And I was like, dang, dude, dang, wow.
I'm okay
Wow. Wow.
Not-
Let's leave it at that.
with that. Not mad at it.
I mean,
Not mad at it. My ovaries are big, bro. Like we're good. Like, let's go.
That's funny.
So
man.
we actually got we finally got monetized, right? It was a big deal.
Oh,
Thank you.
congrats. Dude. I saw when you guys got
Thank
your
you
1,000.
for-
That was super, super cool.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you guys
everybody
for everything.
and everything.
It's
and
been so
Dents and everybody. Appreciate
And Jake, Jake was the one that asked Sev too. He's like, hey, we're 25 people away from
Yeah, that was
1,000.
cool.
And so he kind of started, and then Jenny and everybody. So
That's awesome.
just thank you for that.
But
yeah.
this is what happened. So you met Jake yesterday. So Jake and Jan have their show on our channel. And the minute that we got, it couldn't have been 12 hours after we got monetized, that Jan decided that he was going to play a full 5 minutes from a YouTube, another
Boom,
YouTube
strike.
channel.
Yep, and got a
And,
strike.
and was like, copyright strike. And when the whole video was taken down. And I was like, bro.
We just got here, man.
It's been 5 minutes.
Yep. Just got here.
Was
But I
it-
So,
mean, it was
is it-
for Hulk
Yeah.
Hogan, sadly.
Hey, so
you
it's,
know.
that's good.
And Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. So sadly, you know, obviously he passed away. Hello. Hi.
That took.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
What?
Go. Yes. Go.
Sure. Good. Okay.
God.
It's so funny because you guys are
Thank you.
looking like that.
I know.
Probably the same person. and
Oh,
Garrett's looking that way, Colin's looking that
way. It's all coming from the same spot.
Megan, leave it to Jan. Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
Kenneth, for sure. Yeah. They did it. Strike one.
I mean, might as well
Thanks.
just jump into the deep end. I mean, like
Yeah,
that's
it's
what you
fine.
got to do. You know,
Yeah.
figure it out that way. It's
So they
good.
were playing, obviously,
It was a good
you
time.
know,
It was
in memory
hilarious.
of Hulk and whatever. But I wanted to kind of, we can talk about this a little bit too. Like, I'm seeing a lot of comments that are like, for people that are so anti-Trump, because obviously Hogan was a huge Trump supporter, blah, 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 blah. They're all like, he got what he fucking deserved. Thank God another MAGA supporter is gone. And I'm like, wow. I'm like, people just don't, they're so anti one thing that they are happy that someone lost their life.
Well, okay, and I mean, how many times have we seen that? Who ends up being the super loud, take them down, we'll use force if we need to? Like, it's all the people on that side, and that's just like, come on, man. Like, really?
Mhm.
Like, that's what you're gonna do? Like,
Yep.
like that?
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, there's a lot of people that got sick and died from the vaccine and all that kind of stuff, and I don't remember anybody saying, "Yeah, do you deserve that?" Like, come on.
We
Like,
saw
you-
that
you-
with the CEO that got shot. We saw that with
Yeah.
saw that with a lot of people, a lot of
Yep.
things, and it was just like, yo, bro, like that's much.
I'll never be that.
Opinions are opinions. You know what I
Yep.
mean? But like, that doesn't mean that you should think or say or hope that like something bad happens to someone. Like, come on. Like that. I mean, that to me shows way more colors than standing up for what you believe in. Like, I mean, you should. Whoever's going to believe in whatever they believe, whatever their opinion is, because that's in the end of the day, that's what it is. It's an
Mhm.
opinion.
Mhm.
I feel this means something to me, and now I'm going to stand up for it. I mean, if it really does mean something to you, then cool. Like, oh, okay, whether I agree with it or not, like, okay, because this is just my opinion.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Who's to say my opinion's right? But it's what I believe, and that's okay. But
Right.
at no point does that give you the right to say, yeah, screw that guy. Down with him. I'm glad they got what they got coming to them.
Yep.
Really? Wow.
Yep.
Okay.
It's just so it's crazy to me how easy it is for people to say, like, oh, you don't agree with me, so you deserve to lose your life, or like people are I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Where
Sounds pretty pro-life to me, doesn't it? Huh?
I mean,
Pro-life. Yeah. Okay.
like
mhm.
they're taking life and using it so flippantly, and to me that's just like, you don't again, I'll use the video game thing, you don't get to respawn, dude.
Nope.
You know what I mean? Like, that person's never coming back to whatever family they might have. Even if you don't agree with that family, they're never coming back.
Yeah.
And so to just kind of throw that around, like, right?
Dude,
Freaking
I'm sorry. That's just dirty. If you're
Yeah.
wishing someone to die, like that's dirty. Like and like, I mean that goes right into the realm of all the other like Diddy dirty stuff. Like it's like like that's taboo stuff. You're not supposed to think that way.
Yo,
You're
did you see
not
that?
supposed to think that way.
How much time do you think he's gonna get?
None.
Really?
Stupid. Dude, the fact that all that shit got dropped is messed up. Like, come on. Really? Really? Like,
My thing was,
they're
I
gonna get
saw,
you for prostitution and that's it? Like, that's it.
Yep.
which was the
Come
funny,
on.
which was the funny thing because they did it. I mean, I get that they hired prostitutes, but he wasn't using Cassie to make money for
Mm-mm.
prostitutions.
Mm-mm.
So like, I don't understand that. And then again, I don't understand the like. My emotion comes off the video. I saw the Cassie video of in the hotel room, and my emotion comes off that. Like, dude, you just deserve to go to jail for that.
Right.
I don't care if it's 5 years, 3 years, whatever. You deserve to go to jail for that shit. So
The weird thing is that like you have something like that, okay? And you're right. If that one incident thing was to happen anywhere else, that person would be tossed in jail, domestic violence, all that kind of stuff. Like, cool, I got it. You think that's all there was?
yeah,
You're gonna have The Rock get up on stage and start crying because he was uncool to his chick. Like, come on, man. Like, there's no way. There's no way. Like that was I
I just
but
don't
I mean,
know.
like, I mean, you have that much money. I mean, you can make the world spin the way you want to spin it, and that's an unfortunate thing.
Well, a lot of what they're saying too is that she kind of put her foot in her mouth because she stayed with him for 10 years. And if it wasn't for him, she wouldn't have the legacy that she has and the money that she has and blah, 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 blah. And like, again, it goes to the whole conversation of why women don't come forward anyways, why women
Right.
don't say shit, because every time, whether it's like you're put on a timeline. Well, if you said it 2 minutes before, then people would believe you. Or if you said it this way or did this or walked out, and we don't know what kind of power that is. We don't know.
Right.
I mean, does it necessarily look good for her? No, probably not, because of all the text messages that she sent and how much she participated in it, whatever you want to call it. But we actually don't know what she's gone through. But then you see the video and you're like, oh, was that? Oh, people thinking it's one time. I'm with you.
Right.
Like, I doubt
Yeah.
it was only one time
Right.
that she dealt with that.
Well, I mean, and she wasn't the only one that said that he had anger issues and he would come flying off the handle. I mean, there was the like the record executive guy that I don't know brought in the wrong water and the dude and he flew off the handle, like that sort of thing. So I mean, like, no, I don't think that was a one-time deal.
There's
okay.
multiple videos of him going nuts, whether he
Right.
was just working, whether it's just work. It could have been just work. It wasn't even like a girlfriend situation. It was just
Right.
he was at work and lost his mind.
Yeah. And that's I mean, look, I mean, I have 2 daughters, and the last thing I would ever want is anyone to treat them bad. I was a teacher for a stint of time. My parents were both teachers, and when I was a teacher, I remember that one of the first things they taught you was, especially as a male teacher, a young male teacher, they're like, you never, ever, ever close the door when you have one student in here.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, they could say,
Anything.
yeah, he touched me, and then I'm screwed.
Screwed.
Like there's no recourse. There's no like, well, maybe. No, I am fine with the safety piece of that. Like I really am.
Yeah.
But I hate the fact that it's a double-edged sword, that like in many situations, all it takes is the opportunity for one person to say one comment. I'm going to get you on this one comment. And that carries a lot of power. Like, I think that is, and in all reality, just as nasty as a guy could play it off, or Diddy could play it off, or someone of power can play it off and be like, well, she wanted it. She dressed a certain way. She did this. She did that. So it doesn't count. I'm like, no. Like that. I hate that that's the game. I hate that that's the
It's a
game.
very fine line between like protecting, and I know this now, like you're seeing it because you have daughters, and I'm
Yeah.
seeing it now because I have a son. And it's a
Yeah.
very fine line between protecting men and protecting the women.
Totally.
Like, and I never realized it probably until I had him. You know
Right.
what I mean? Like once we had him, I was like, well, I mean, you have to be able to listen to the dude. Like,
Right.
what do you mean?
It's not always one-sided.
Yeah, it's a very fine line. And then that
Right.
whole thing with the lacrosse players came out and everything. And I was just like, oh, no. Yeah, kids put themselves into really shitty situations sometimes. And like, you don't know what the consequences of that could be.
Mhm.
Like, it's what they were talking, Sevan was talking about it too, or no, PBD maybe, with the baseball player, Braun.
Yeah.
That destroyed his entire fucking career forever. Like, he'll never get back into the MLB, and he didn't do anything.
Yeah. And that's the thing. That's what I mean. Like for all the dirt bags out there that are trashy dirt bags, I hope the world comes down on you, because like I have 2 daughters. So like if someone is treating a girl bad like that, and like knowingly, like then I hope the sky falls on you. But at the same time, if all it takes is a comment, well, screw that guy. He
Yeah.
made me mad, so I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna ruin everything of it. It's like, damn, like that's wow.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's basically the same thing as you're ruining that person's life, and I mean, that's nasty too. So you're right. It's weird because it's almost like if you're like, everybody knows what pornography is,
Yeah.
but where do you draw the line between pornography and then like art? Like, is the statue of David, is that pornography? Or does it
right.
have to be like, I mean, like you obviously know the one side of it. You obviously know that, like, okay, if it's I don't know, a skincare ad and people are running around in bathing suits, like,
Or
so
like
what?
the body paint or whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, any of that.
anything. Like, where is the line between okay and not okay? And it's those situations where it's very, where it seems like it would be so obvious until you come down right to the minute, like, okay, well, but what about here? So, like, what side of the line is that on? I mean, I think that obviously in, like, domestic stuff like that, I think that there's a pretty hard line. Like, I mean, if a girl tells you, like, and this is really hard, you get the, if the woman tells you no means no. Okay, but what if it's this one? No. Does that mean, like, really no?
I don't.
You know what I mean? Like there has to be like a no. Okay, cool, done.
But that's
Like,
oh, see, oh my gosh, this is
See-
first 18 minutes, because I would argue the same thing with using the N word. Like,
agree
who
with that.
can
I
use
agree.
it? No
Well,
one
okay,
can.
because
No
it's
one can
intent,
say.
right?
No one can say who can use it though. That's the thing. So like, if I used it like in a fun, happy way, is that okay? Do I get a pass then? Or like, if my voice is a little bit more stern, now am I getting punched in the face for saying it?
Right.
It's so either we agree that any kind of no is no, and nobody can use the N word at all. Like, there can't, that line is right there, and
right.
yeah, I get it.
I think I think I heard it from Joe Rogan. I think he was the one that I heard it. I mean, I felt this, but I think he actually said it was, words aren't inherently bad. A word is just a word, right? But it's the intent of that word. Like, what am I trying? Am I trying to hurt you with that word? And then, I mean, obviously there's going to be perception that's going to be on top of that too, which will paint a whole nother picture, because I could say whatever I want to say and mean it in the most loving way, and someone goes, well, I don't like the way you said that. I don't like the way
Right.
you this.
Yeah.
That's not my, when all the pronoun thing was going on. Well, that's not my preferred. Oh my God, seriously? Like, really? I'm not even talking to you. I'm not talking to you in the third person. No one talks to someone in the third person. I'd be talking to them about you, and then maybe. Okay, but like that, but it's I think it's that intent. And if the intent is, look, I don't want this to go any further, then make it be known that. Not like a no, but keep doing this thing. Like, I mean, know what I mean?
I
But
mean,
that's
again,
a skill. I mean, you got to be taught that. You got to. I was taught.
is it that
I
it's
was
that
taught
playing
as,
hard
hey,
to get?
yeah,
That's that playing hard to
baby,
get
it's
shit.
cold outside. That whole
Right,
song. Remember, that's why
yeah,
that song
dude.
became like. That's why that song was like, I can't believe this misogynistic.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah.
like, it's basically rape. Like, really? And then they compared that song and the WAP song, the Wet Ass Pussy song.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And they're like, okay, which one? They're trying to make it so that you can't play "Baby It's Cold Outside," but then WAP was the #1 song in
Song in
America.
the yeah.
Everywhere. It was
Yep.
played everywhere.
So which is worse?
Yeah, dude.
I want to bang the thing in the back of your throat. Let me put another record on. Like, really?
That is
Come
also
on
a
now.
skill. That is also a skill. That you
I
have
mean,
to-
come on now.
It takes a long time.
But I mean,
to
like,
acquire.
I was my dad, he taught us that. It's like, hey, if a girl
CK
says
Kevin
no,
Talk dirty to me, Bill.
if she says no, it's no.
Yeah.
And I mean, when I was younger, I mean, I was a little guy. It's not like I had a lot of opportunities anyway. So like, it really didn't matter. I was just everybody's friend because I was that like little 100-pound kid that was in high school. So it really didn't matter. But,
Well, 100
but I think
pounds,
that's
you-
important. I think it's important.
You had to be everybody's friend at 100 pounds.
That's what I mean. I was everybody's friend. That's all I could be for everybody. That's all I could be for everybody. So, but again, like I was,
It's crazy. It
it's
really
fine.
is.
I don't mind being being a little bit of a goose, and then I don't know. My girlfriend Laura's got me best now, man. She's got me the best. This is the best version of me. I mean, I am calm. I take care of myself. I do well for myself. I'm emotionally so much better now than I was when I was younger. I mean, I'm 19, 20 years older than she is. And she's like, I don't know how you're so mellow about this stuff. I'm like, because if I was your age, I would be spazzing out. And I did spazz out when I was your age at these early, but like, I'm older now. Now I'm just like, well, I don't care.
We talked
I
about
don't
this.
care.
We talked about this with Dents the other day on Savons, and it was just like, yo, your 20s are messy. If I was in my like, if you judge me just solely based on how I was in my 20s, I'm screwed. Like, because I was a hot freaking mess in my 20s. I didn't know what was going on. I was just trying to figure it out. Colleen on the
Well, and that like how crazy you watch the kids in college. Like we have college kids come to the gym and stuff like that, and I mean, they all think they're adults. They all think they got it figured out. They all think that they know how to play the game. They all think that they know everything, and they don't know anything. Because you look at how you are in your 20s to how you are. Yeah, babe, that's my babe.
She's the best. Can you guys please come to the CrossFit Games so I can meet her? Just bring her, please. I want to meet her in real life. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
She's awesome. But like the 20s,
won't get on a plane to go to California, so I have to get you two on a plane to come here.
That's true. That's true. Garrett won't do that. I know.
Nope.
But like you look at the 20s, then you look at the 30s. I mean, for me, I look at the 40s, and then even in the 50s, and it's like, I mean, like I joke with Laura all the time. I'm like, they're chapters. I mean, like,
yeah.
Okay, that's a whole nother I think back and I'm like, damn, that's like a whole nother person back there.
You don't even recognize them
Yeah.
or
That's- I mean,
remember,
but
you
that's-
know?
I mean, that's probably how it should be, right? I mean,
Yeah.
who wants to tap out at like 23?
Oh God.
Like that, like, come on, man. Really?
Mhm.
No.
Yeah. No, I did
Yeah.
all that shit much earlier. So I experienced my 20s when I was still in my teens.
Damn.
Like, yeah, I mean, I went through a lot in my teens. And so when I turned 20 and, you know, in my early 20s and then getting with Garrett and, you know, getting married when I did, I mean, I was 27 when we had G. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? Like, so my Laura, yes, come here.
Yeah.
I'll try. I'll try because I would love to go to Inferno. Like I would love
Yeah.
to go there and get coached by Bill,
I
like in
mean,
person. Like that
I mean,
would be
they
so
have
fun.
knockout drugs you can use on. She
I'm
won't even
gonna
know.
have to take care of little G. So
Right.
I can't take care of both of them.
A little Benadryl, I'll be fine.
Won't hurt nobody.
Yeah, I'll still be okay.
So yeah, I mean, I experienced that so young. And I went through a lot when I was younger. And so when I got in my 20s, it also took me a lot to be with Garrett and to be in a relationship and be married and then deciding we were going to have a kid. And then that really just completely like blew the doors off, as you know, becoming a parent just is like, oh, you think you know something? Let me show you how much you don't really know. You know what I mean? So I would say within the last couple of years, you know, now being in my 30s really was like the opener, like the eye opener for me, where I was like, oh, this is really fucking cool. And I know I've talked about it with you before, Bill, and everybody here. Like, it's really nice to not be fucking triggered all the time. It's really nice to not be led by my trauma and everything that I went through when I was like, it's really cool to be in that space. And I don't think that we would be able to be where we are if I didn't go through that, like all of that stuff, because I am not the same woman that I was when we first met. And if I was, I mean, poor Garrett. I mean, fuck, man, that shit was tough. That shit was tough. But I think
she didn't trust me for shit.
No.
Like that was her thing. Like she just, it was like, I don't know, a Love and Hip Hop episode where she would like, you know, record me or
I
some
would
shit.
not
and like,
fucking record you. Stop talking like that. But I did not trust you. Yes,
No,
you're
she did not.
accurate about that.
And I was like, I'm like, where do I go? There's 3 places I go. I go to work, the gym, and the house, and they're normally all with you. Like, where am I going? But it took forever for her to just be like, oh, she's not doing some shit. But
that's relationships, man.
What it is. And I mean, it's hard enough. It's hard enough trying to figure out yourself, let alone trying to mesh that with someone and all the stuff that they got going on. Because I mean, no matter who we're talking about, like people's life is not an easy thing. Like I don't think it's meant to be easy. That doesn't mean that it's not nice and there aren't a lot of great times and all that kind of stuff. But I think what makes things so great in life are all those super, super hard times and like walls that you have to figure out and things that you have to get over and battles that you have to overcome and you know, history you have to deal with. And either like, this is the hard part. It's easy. And I think a lot of people do this when they are in their 20s, trying to bury stuff that happened to you, trying to put it in the, you know, stuff it in the closet, put it under the carpet, put it under the pillow, whatever. But no matter what, that shit comes back out
everywhere.
Somehow.
Everywhere.
And it may not look exactly like what it is, but all of a sudden you're dealing with something. You're like, motherfucker, there it is right there. Like that's the thing. And then, so everyone is dealing with their versions of that. And then trying to find someone that will deal with you and your versions at the same time. You're dealing with your own versions. And like, please take on all my shit with me too, please. You know, like that,
as well as your own shit.
Right. I mean, like, you got to deal with yours.
Yep.
Can you please deal with mine too? And that's, I mean, and it sounds really, it sounds ugly, but it's like,
that's a horrible proposal. That was not how I proposed.
I saw, I think it was Jordan Peterson had something on, it was one of his clips that he had on Instagram or something like that. And he was talking about being married. And he's like, that's what the whole vow thing is. He's like, you're making a vow to say, no matter what, I'm not going to leave. He's like, we're in this time right now where everything is just like, well, we'll hang out. And if it gets tough, we'll just test it out. But then, like, you know, I didn't like that. So no, bye. See you later. And so
Yeah.
you're never giving your all to someone. And if you don't do that, then you will always, I mean, and that was me. I've been married, had a long-term relationship, 2 psychos. And I mean, you know, Laura started coming around, and I mean, she was such a great person for me, but I couldn't even deal. Like, you know, I hard line. I don't date anyone in the gym. I'm the guy here. I'm the coach. I can't do that. It's not what I'm going to do. Won't do it. Can't do it. Gosh, she's really cute. Can't do it. Won't do it. You know, we start kind of hanging out. It's cool. She really wants to, you know, push the issue here, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm totally in. And for me, I was to a point. I didn't even recognize that I had, and I mean, me and her have talked about this stuff. It's almost silly now from the stuff that I had going on before. I mean, I had walls that were like thick walls. No one was getting in, and I was not going to let out to a certain point. I just
Oh
I just
no, does
wasn't.
she not respect your boundaries, Bill? That's Laura. Come
No,
on.
no, no, no,
now.
no. It's
No,
not.
I'm just kidding.
It
I'm
wasn't
kidding. I'm
erected. No,
kidding.
no. If it wasn't for, I mean, I'll tell you this. Like, if it wasn't for she, so when we were first together, I had a really hard time because I didn't want everyone to know. I didn't want people to know. It wasn't that I wasn't happy about what we had. The 2 relationships that I've had in the past with the 2 women that were the moms of my kids have made my world extremely difficult, either by what goes on with the kids and how they, like, my oldest daughter, you know, still doesn't talk to me, kind of thing. And I think about her all the time. My youngest daughter, I have to deal with stuff all the time. I mean, all the time. With her, and I hope that the same stuff doesn't happen that way. So I mean, they're like, those are my traumas. Like, it's funny because, like, I had a great childhood. My parents were awesome,
Yeah.
you know, but then I got all my stuff in the later half, you know. So it's like, those were my traumas, and I was like, I don't have any traumas. Everyone's got these bad childhoods, and I don't have any traumas. No, I have my traumas, and those are the ones. And so it was, I won't let myself go out very far. I won't let myself, my emotions will go to a point, and I just realized, I thought that was, I was all in.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. I get
um,
it.
but realized that I wasn't really in at all. So like, when she's like, hey, this is just isn't working. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah. All right. No worries. And then it took me a while. I was like, what the fuck did I just do?
What
Wait,
are
Yeah.
you doing?
whoa.
Yep.
And it was, you know, I mean, you talk about, like, you know, timeline shifts and quantum leaps and all that kind of stuff. Like, it was a literal, I have never had anything like this happen before. So, like, this is what I mean. Like, all this, whatever things that me and her have to deal with on our basis now, I don't care. Like, I'm in, you know, I'm all in, because she took me from a spot where I was over here on this side of the line, and I woke up with a slap in the face. And I've never had anything like that, where it was what the hell did you let her get away? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah. You're
Like,
like, did I
what?
just screw this up?
Yeah. Well, I know it wasn't even like, I'm like, oh shit.
Fuck,
Like,
man.
she's not going to give me another. She's not going to, like, let the door back open again. There's no way. And I'm like, how the heck, how am I supposed to do this? Well, maybe we can be cool friends. Maybe we can be friends. Yeah, that
No.
didn't
Not
work.
being
That didn't- Well, I mean,
friends.
because I'm
You're-
thinking,
No.
I'm thinking, okay, I've always been, like, I'm good at being people's friend. I've always been the friend, so I can do that, and maybe I can work my way in after that.
I was
Maybe can
gonna
do something
say,
like
it's more
that.
of a
Yeah.
friend with a, like,
You know,
I
well, I
gotta
mean, like, hey, I was
motive.
hoping, but I mean, I realized, I was like, there's no way. There's no way. She's not gonna do that.
Yeah.
So, like, after, you know, talking to some buddies of mine and stuff like that, and they even clued me into some things that I didn't really realize. I mean, you get so into your world and so into your life and how you do what you do and everything, and you don't realize the habits that you start laying down. And like, my buddy, who was my engineer when we were doing fire, he's like, look, man, he's like, you've had a lot of years of a lot of shit with these other 2 women that you've been with. And you just have always waited for the other shoe to fall. So you always expect something bad's going to happen. So because of that, I think you just kind of, you only let the reins out so far, because then it's easy to pull back and be like, cool, I'm good.
Mhm.
He's like, dude, you're a good guy. If you find someone that's worth it, like you gotta, how are you going to know? Like, do you want to be by yourself? I'm like, well, no, I don't want to be by myself. Like, I don't want to be the 50-year-old guy at the bar. Like, who wants that? That's not what I want.
Nobody.
That's not what I want. I don't want to be that guy. I never wanted to be that guy. And even being divorced and, having another whack job that is like seriously infected a lot of parts of my world. I was still like, I'm not against the idea of having that partner, that teammate. And so I was like, all right, well, I'm going to do something that I don't do, and I'm going to go all in, and I'm going to try to get this girl back. And
There you go.
I went for it. I mean, I exposed myself. Well, not like exposed myself like that. Emotionally.
Well, I was
Not
gonna ask
Diddy-ish
you.
way, not Diddy-ly, but emotionally. Maybe it would have sped up the process. I don't know if I would have done it physically. I don't know. I'll have to ask her that. Maybe she's still in the chat. She could tell me that. But mentally, I put myself out there, and she's like, hey, I don't go back. Like, once I close the door, and I'm like, I get it, but I'm not looking for. It doesn't have to be right this second, but let me show you. Let me kind of build back in it. So I mean, we were able to do that, which I was very happy about. And like, the thing is, it's funny. I mean, I just don't see. I mean, we'll still get into our battles and stuff, but I just don't see her not around. I can't
There
do
you
that. I mean,
go.
like, when it's like your best friend,
Yeah,
Yes.
like, even it's like,
that's it.
man, I don't need a chick to hang out with, but I need my best friend though.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh, that's the same person. Shit.
Yes.
Damn it.
Yes. I want to tell her everything. Like, she is the
That- but
one that I
totally.
wanna just-
All of a sudden, like, when we
Yep.
weren't together, I'm like, well, who the fuck am I gonna tell things to now? I don't even.
Or you
I
go
don't-
to text and you're like, fuck, man.
Yeah, I
I just
can't.
want to. Yep.
And also, you text a friend you haven't talked to another time. They're like, hey, dude, I haven't talked to you in like 3 years. I'm like, I know. Sorry.
What's wrong?
They're like,
Something's wrong.
Yeah.
But I mean, but come back around. The whole, like, relationships are hard because, like, everyone's world is messy. And I'm hoping, like, for my daughter, my oldest daughter, so she's 24, and I hope that she's able to come back around at some point to see things different, or at least give me the chance,
I
to
was
talk
30.
to her. And
I was 30 when I met my dad again. I hadn't seen my dad since I had been, I think it was like 13 to 30.
yeah,
And hadn't talked to him, hadn't been around, like, he wasn't around, I wasn't around. And then I like found him again when I was 30, and now we're fucking chill. He's like one of my best guy friends. Like, we can just shoot the shit. And
you said that on one of the show, and honestly, that has been something that, like, I have honestly held on to. I'm like, okay, cool. So it's not over yet.
because you
Like,
know what?
that,
And girls battle their moms too. So your girls are gonna battle their moms as much as they're gonna look
I
to
hope they
you.
fucking knock them out, is what I hope.
You know what I
Did I
mean?
say that out loud? Sorry, I
Yeah.
apologize. That was my inside voice.
It's just as long, I think that, yeah. And I think, Terry, I think you're right. And that was what my dad kind of did. It was just always, he was always there if I wanted to talk. If I didn't talk to him for a while, he'd check in, I wouldn't answer. And then, like, we really got each other's phone numbers and emails after I got out of the military. And then it was like, I was like, oh, I don't know him. Like, I don't
Yeah.
know a whole side of myself. I need to know a whole side of myself.
Yeah.
And he was just there chilling,
Yeah.
waiting for me. And now it's like clockwork with him now. So
That's cool. I mean,
Yeah.
I do the same thing. I mean, I still text her. I mean, I wouldn't say all the time because it's it's really hard when you text into the void. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I try like every 2 weeks. Sometimes it's like 3 weeks. You know, tell her if I'm doing something or if you know, my youngest daughter's doing something, or if you know, I go to see my mom or you know, her grandma, whatever. I try to say something. And
In our
I mean,
20s,
it's
we're
always
ridiculous. We and like really the only thing that matters in our 20s is like what is happening to us in the exact moment that it's happening.
totally, yeah,
So like it's not it's we're just and we're boy crazy. Well, I wasn't boy crazy. I was girl crazy. So I might have even been a little bit more crazy. Might have been more crazy, but like I don't know. But yeah, it takes time, but it'll happen.
yeah. I'm one of those guys that you know, talking on the show yesterday with Chase and everybody, and it was like, you know, grit. That's just I have that. So okay, man, I'm not planning on dying for a long time, so I can
I'll
hang
be
out and
here.
wait.
Yeah. That's all because eventually we need our dads. We
Yeah,
always do. We always need our dads because eventually, like when you're trying to date and you're trying to find you need that other half of you
yeah,
to figure that shit out. You just do.
yeah.
So think about it. I met my dad. We were chill, whatever. All of a sudden, I got super calm and easygoing, and then I married Colleen like 8 months later. So you know what I mean? It worked out. It was fine. It was all good.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, if you just hold on to that shit, it, like you said, it comes up
Oh, Ed,
everywhere.
I know. I get it. Like, yeah.
It does. It really just shows up everywhere. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And like, so I don't have the best relationship with my mom, but my mom is really sick. She's got Parkinson's disease.
Mm.
And it's continuously getting worse and getting worse and getting worse and getting worse. And, you know, I closed that door a long time ago. I had to, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be able to clear up my own shit, to let that shit go, to be able to be a good person, partner, wife, mother, you know, that kind of stuff. But she came back around, and I have had to pull my big girl pants up, and I have gone up to help her and get her situated and answer her phone calls again. And, you know, because at the end of the day, I'm able to set boundaries in a way that I'm not emotionally triggered by every single thing that's said or done or whatever. But
Yeah.
that little girl is still inside of me that has only ever just wanted my mom. Like
Yeah.
when I became a mother, I wanted to call my mom. When I became a mother, I wanted my mother to be here to see my kid, and she wasn't.
Yeah.
When he was a couple months old and we went up there, I wanted her to be invested in him. And now he's 8, and same thing. Like as a mom, all you want to do is call your mom to talk about how hard it is being a fucking mom.
Yeah.
And like I haven't been able to do that. And it's tough. It's
Yeah.
tough. But now I just answer her to help her because she's sick. And I
Yeah.
don't want to see her die. And I don't want to see her go through what she's gone through and whatever. And if I can help just a little bit, like sometimes you have to be that person, be that bigger person, you know?
Well, I
Laura's literally the only reason that Bill Grundler can sit on a podcast with 2 women and have feelings. Thank you, Laura.
Yes. Yes. And Bill shares a lot of feelings with us
That's
on
what
this
I'm saying.
podcast. I love it.
well, yeah, it's definitely a different version than the other chats that I would be in. That's true. That's true. I think that generally speaking, you know, like parents don't want to be bad parents,
Mhm.
but a lot of times, you know, they have their own issues too. I mean, it's no different than what we're just talking about. Like people are people, and people are dealing with their own issues, and people are, if they had a shitty parents coming up, then how everyone's like, well, I'm not going to do that when I'm a parent. I'm going to do this. And then guess what? You kind of fall into what you know because of what you've seen and what you've dealt with. And it's hard not to do what you've been shown. Like kids know what they've been shown. And I don't think that parents inherently are, generally speaking, I know that there are some psychos out there every once in a while, but like generally speaking, I think that everyone is trying to do the best they can, at whatever that might be. And I mean, trying to do the best they can might be someone that doesn't spend any time with the kid, and they are working the whole time to make sure that they have money to have some food. Because as a parent, they're thinking, okay, well, I'm trying to do that. Yet someone else can turn that and be like, yeah, you didn't even care about the kid. You spent no time with them.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's your version of that.
Right.
But what about what I was trying to do? And that's what I'm hoping that my daughter gets is it's not just what mom said. And that's the hardest thing for me is the words that she was coming back at me with, like when the last handful of times that we talked, and this was a long time ago, it was verbatim what her mom was saying. So it's like her mom's anger at me that was put onto her saying, this is what it is. And why would mom lie? Why would she lie? But then I don't get the chance to explain. So instead of having a conversation, I'm told, you're just justifying everything, Bill. So you just need to say you're sorry and just deal with it and have it stop. I'm like, well, I am sorry.
Yeah.
But wouldn't she want to know what this was or what that was? Or I mean, like, like that's called communication.
Mhm.
And everyone, people miss what community. I mean, and this goes in everything. Like people misunderstand or have forgotten what the word communication means. It doesn't mean yelling words into your face, and that's the only thing that's said. It's saying something and then listening to what the return is. It's trying to understand what that person's saying and hoping that you can get them to understand what you're saying. Doesn't mean you need to agree with it.
Right.
Doesn't mean that you need to say, oh, yes, you are right and I am wrong. It means, okay, I can see where you're coming from. I still don't get it, but at least I can understand where you're coming from. And now I see a full picture. What do they say? There's like 3 sides to every story.
Every story.
Their
Yeah.
side, that side, and
That-
the
And the
actual.
actual truth. Yeah.
So
And that's the saddest part for me is hearing stories like that where parents pit kids against another parent. And what I can say with my mom, I mean, my parents' relationship was not a good example of a relationship, and my mother should have left my father a lot longer or a lot sooner.
Yeah.
But she allowed me to build a relationship with my father, and my father and I are very close.
yeah,
My mom did the same.
Despite what they were going through, and then
Lucky.
obviously as you get older, I learned, the real version of my father. My father's an alcoholic. He's a Vietnam vet. Like he wasn't a good partner, stories of like circling of what he did, what he didn't do, that kind of stuff. But by then I already had the foundation of the relationship between me and my father,
right.
and I have to thank her for that.
Yeah.
Despite everything else, like I have to thank her for that because she didn't use her hurt that she had for him and in their relationship and in their marriage. She didn't use that hurt to pin us against
Each
my
other.
father.
So lucky.
My mom
that,
too.
I'm like,
My mother never badmouthed, and my dad wasn't around. Like Colleen's dad was actually in her life. My dad just wasn't around for that amount of time. But my mom never badmouthed him. Like if I wanted to write him a letter or I wanted to, the last time I saw him, she took me up there to go see him because I wanted to meet him. And that's the one thing I can always say about my mom that she did for me that was really cool was that she never kept him from me and she never badmouthed him.
that's huge.
To me.
Because that is, I'm 2 for 2 of the other way.
That sucks, dude.
Dude, it's so I'm like, I tell Laura this all the time. I'm like, I know I'm a good dad. And the worst thing is when you don't get the opportunity to be
A
that.
good dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's like, okay, you get every other weekend. Maybe we'll give you a Wednesday here and there.
Mm.
And it's like, so what kind of dad can you be when that's all you have? Because what's a dad supposed to do? All right, father's supposed to protect you, obviously. The love thing. And it's like, of course, that's a
Right.
duh. But it's like you're supposed to be teaching.
Yeah.
Like that, like the dad is supposed to be the teacher, the mom is supposed to be the nurturer, just generally speaking.
Right.
Yeah.
And how can I teach if I don't have her enough to do that?
Right.
When certain patterns are already put into play, what am I going to do? Change her in a weekend? And
Yeah.
then she goes back to mom, and it's like, what the hell are you doing? That's not what we don't do that. Like it's hard. It's really, really hard. I am glad that you guys had that because being on the other side of it, it's like you sit there and you hear the things, you see the things, you see your kids getting stuck in the middle of that sort of thing. And what ends up happening is I'm the one that bows out because I see that my daughter's stuck in the middle of it. And if I choose to stand in there and fight, I feel like, okay, if I stay in there, am I winning? Or is Joe just getting hurt more by being stuck in the middle of me trying to battle? And so I am always the one that will go, okay, okay. I don't get her on my time. Oh, okay. I'm going to go ahead and go. Like that. It ends up being that. And I have to, the reason I do that is because I've seen my daughter's face when she's been right in the middle of that.
I get it.
And as the dad, I want to protect her. And the only way I can do that is to end the situation, because her mom's not going to. Because her mom's like, I am doing the right thing and she's with me and I'm going to. Okay.
But then the suck part is that if she feels like you didn't fight for her, you know what I mean? Like
True.
I'm not saying that that's how she feels. I'm just saying that there's a possibility. That's
that's my fear.
She'll go through that.
She's gonna go through something like that.
No, that is my fear.
Yeah.
But I've also told her, I'm like, hey, yeah, I'm sorry you were put in the middle on this. I backed out because I didn't want you to have to deal with that. Because you don't deserve. A kid does not deserve to be in the middle of that shit. That is parental issues.
It's adult
problems.
It's adult problems.
Adult problems.
Totally. And
that is this world that we always say, like adults have problems with each other. They should take it up with the adults, not put it on our children.
But the thing is that like in those sort of situations, like that is, I mean, it's the biggest playing card you have is what's going to hurt the other person the most. Wham, the kid.
Yeah,
that's I mean, that's and actually Ed had something on here. It was asking about, okay, who gets priority? Little G, baby G.
Oh yeah, I was gonna get there, but
yeah, I'll get there.
And I think that this was actually that question was actually something that came around with me and Laura. When like it's really hard. So you guys have always said like wifey, like we aren't married. We're boyfriend, girlfriend. I mean, I say that because that's the only way I like title.
You've been together long enough. Your wife,
she's my babe. No, that's fine. Like to me, she is, and I've told her that. And like I've said, like, hey, I will marry you right now, but like she's got her kids, I got my kid, and like there's a lot of moving parts. So it's like, is it really? Is it the best thing to do? I don't know. All I know is that like she's the one, and I'm not going anywhere. Like I know that she knows that, but I mean, like there was totally right. There was something that came up, and we were going through a rough spot, and our rough spots are usually us trying to figure out like what are we doing? Like is there a future? Are we long distance relationships in a close proximity because the kids are getting older and who's doing what and what time frames are they, like there's like I said, a lot of moving parts.
Busy.
It's hard. It's very, very hard, especially when you want to be with that person. And so there's something that I saw. I mean, everyone can talk shit on TikTok all they want, but I fucking love that thing. There's so much good shit on TikTok. There's so much good, like, and I mean, it doesn't matter what you want to do. You want to talk about drawing, you want to talk about how to do certain things, you want to basket weave, whatever. It's all on there. But there was something I saw on there that had to do with like relationships. And this guy made a point that I was like, it was another one of those like light moments. And it was, everyone wants to protect the kid, which they should, because that's what parents do. But everyone acts like the kid, like the relationship that you're going to have with the kid is going to be the same forever. And the thing is that as a parent, you build the kid up till they're about 18. And some like Laura, she got emancipated early. So of course she was a little younger. There's some kids that stick around a couple years. So it's a little bit older, but 18-ish when they become an adult. And then
Yeah.
they go off on their own, right? And then you talk to them on the phone. Maybe they come into town every once in a while. Maybe you see them on holidays. But then who's a person that you're with for the next 60 years?
Yeah.
Because you're not living with the kid for 60 years. You're living with them
I
for
mean,
like
you hope.
18.
You
Right,
really
right.
hope.
Well, I
and
mean,
pray
like, but
and
you
do
know,
your
what
best.
I'm generally
Yeah.
speaking, right?
Right.
Generally
Mhm,
speaking.
mhm.
So it was like the priority has to be with the person, with your partner, your spouse, the person that you're with, whatever title you want to put on it, first, because that sets up the house for the kid. And as a lifeguard, like when we were as lifeguards, it was this: when you were making a rescue, if I'm rescuing someone and we're going into the we're taking a wave into the pier, who's the one that takes the pier piling? Not me. I'm the rescuer.
Right.
The victim will go
Yeah.
into the pier
You
because then
can't.
I
You
can
can't get.
rescue them. If I go into the pier,
Yeah.
nobody gets saved.
Right.
Mhm.
And you're
It's the
both going down.
same. It's the same sort of situation. I think that, and that doesn't mean you don't care about the kid. I mean, like, give me a break. Everyone loves the kid. But if the partners are protecting each other, then they're able to set up the house that will protect the kid
We've
and be
had.
able to teach the kid and do all that kind of stuff.
We've had.
Yep, this was the question. Who comes
question.
first? Baby G, not a baby. He is a baby. Shut up. Or each other.
We've talked about this even before little G came. We prioritize ourselves as individuals first
Mhm.
because we feel like if we're not okay as an individual, then we won't be okay together.
Mhm.
And then we come together and make sure our marriage is okay. And then little G in the house.
Yep.
It wasn't always like
It
that
wasn't.
though.
No,
So
Well, it sounds wrong though, right?
it
It
does.
sounds like, how dare you? It's your baby. It's your
Yep.
child. You
Well,
don't
I mean,
care
what
about
I
your
can
child.
what I can say just firsthand in my own experience is that the baby was always first. When we got married, I wanted a baby as fast as we got married.
Yeah.
And we got married within
Then I was like,
6 months of
no.
knowing each other.
Absolutely.
Like
No,
we
8 months.
oh whatever 6 8 same
Give
thing.
me the extra.
Same thing.
It was
Not really.
6 months and 2 days.
Right.
Easy.
I mean,
Easy.
Don't lesbian us that fast. Like,
we
give
are
me
the quintessential definition of lesbians. Like that's exactly what we did. And we took it a step further and got married. Usually you just U-Haul it for a
Just
couple
move in
months
together,
and then
yeah.
you dip out until the next one. No,
Lesbians
I
do move in
promise.
fast.
yes.
Yes.
Lesbians
Fast.
move in together fast.
Fast.
Yeah.
Like,
with
hey,
all the-
I just started dating this girl. Yeah, we're moving in. Wow. Really?
today.
I moved
Wow.
6 hours away from my home.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm in it. Let's go.
Dang, that's crazy.
So when we got married, I was like, I want a baby. And she's like, no. Like we need to wait. But so I would say we probably had 2 years where it was just us. We didn't talk about babies. You know, it might have come up randomly in a conversation over, but we didn't talk about having a baby at that point. When we made the decision that we were going to have a baby, he was the only thing in our marriage. We talked about having a baby all the fucking time. We planned everything around trying to have a baby. I couldn't get pregnant. So I was
Well, we can't have oops babies. So everything has to be, it's not like
Yeah.
we can go to bed one night and be like, oops, she's pregnant. Like
Right.
everything has to be on a fucking
but
calendar.
but
all the time.
every single thing was about having a baby. Every conversation on date night, every time we got into an argument, I want to do it again. She's like, let's wait. I want to do it again. How can we stop this? We have like for 5 years or for 3 years of trying to conceive him, it was all about the baby. Then we had him and it was all about the baby.
For you.
Literally was consumed by this baby. I went through postpartum of not being able to separate from him. I was completely anxious and everything like that. And so I did the whole put the baby first. But I was not a person.
She was not okay.
I was not a fucking person. Our marriage was not a marriage. Like we struggled a lot with that, you know? So I did the whole quintessential, you have to put the baby first. And it's difficult and it could be it could have been so detrimental to the point where my marriage could possibly have not survived because it was such a consumption of being his mother. And it wasn't until I started peeling all the layers back and realizing and us having a lot of conversations or whatever, I look at it like a house. So me, the individual, I'm the foundation of our home. And I'm grateful and I'm lucky to be able to have that
That's fair, because
privilege
I don't know how to run this
to
house.
be able to run our home. And she's given me that gift to be able to run our home and be the foundation of our house. Our marriage are the walls and the roof, the building of the house. And if the foundation is good, if I'm good, and that means our marriage is solid, that the house is not going to fall down. And now I can look through the window and baby G's running all over the house because he's good. So by me putting myself first, I'm actually putting my son first because I'm good. My marriage is solid. And if all of those things are taken care of, G's good. And when I started doing that, our son stopped having behaviors. So I don't know if we've ever shared this with you guys here, but when Garrett was very young, he was having behaviors. Also, he wasn't talking.
He's autistic. We told you that, right?
Like, yeah. He wasn't talking much and he was having behaviors. Like he would headbutt, he would have tantrums.
He bit for a little bit.
He bit for a little while. Thank God it was only one kid. And then I was like, absolutely fucking not. But once I got my nervous system chilled the fuck out, he has thrived ever since then. So this whole idea of you have to put the baby first, I think is it's like a misconception or like it's a perspective of like, what does that actually look like? And so for me, it didn't work for me to literally put him first. I needed to put myself first and then everything else fell into line. So that technically he is first.
I think that one of the most interesting things to watch totally.
We're gonna get there. Hold on. But let's just finish this little therapy session and then I have a question for Bill.
I think that what's interesting is for lack of a better word, just only because I've seen a bunch of them, first time moms, I've seen it twice with the moms of my kids. I've seen it on parents that come through the gym. And it is, I mean, it's obviously a life-changing situation. There's so many unknowns when you go into it. That's why, all the baby books and all the things you got to read and try to learn up on, like all of that stuff, honestly, in all reality, is to give you something to do so you don't completely lose your shit before they actually have to give birth. So like, hey, pregnant mom, we're going to give you this book that's this thick. Go ahead and read all these things. It should take about 9 months or so to get through that. Just in time for you to scream a handful of times to get rid of this baby, to pop the baby out. And then you're not going to sleep for the next 6 months.
Yep.
And then you're going to go from there. So but there are moms that like, they literally think that because they've read the book that they know more than everybody, like every other mom that's ever been out there. And it's like, it's such an interesting thing. And so I think everyone wants to do it right. I don't think that it is wrong for moms and parents and families to have that, that desire to want to make everything right. Again, because who doesn't want their kid to be okay? Like nobody wants that, but you're right. It is, they will be okay if the house that they're in is okay.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't, you can't build the house by putting the lazy boy in the house first. Like it just doesn't work that way. It just doesn't work that way.
Right.
So I just, it's a really interesting thing. But and then again, like, man, you talk about, is an individual having to deal with your shit, as a couple having to deal with both of your shit, and both of you having to deal with each other's shit. Then you bring a kid into that mix, and then that opens up, that's like the appendix that goes right back to your childhood to be like, oh, these things and these triggers and this help and what I thought this was going to look like and all of these things. And how do I work with kids, and how does she work with kids, or how does he work with kids? And what's the
expectation? How do you love?
How are you going to discipline? How are you going to do? Yep. Oh man, I was watching that. I went back east to South Carolina to visit my brother, and him and his wife and his kids. And I took my daughter back there, and I mean, my brother was a rock and roll star. Like he was a rock and roller, man. Like that was his thing. Sex, drugs, rock and roll. It was like that scene. I mean, we were both athletes. We were all athletes, all me and both my brothers. But you know, his world has turned around so much. And being in the house and watching his 4-year-old and then like the 2-year-old and there's him and his wife, and they're like, hey, so what are we gonna have for dinner tonight? Yeah, totally. Yeah, sounds totally great. Hey, Bill, where do you guys want to go? We'll go down to the lake. Okay, cool. Let's go do that. It's so funny. It's so interesting to watch because like everyone they're and everyone always says this, like there's no right or wrong. There's no right way. There's no like this is the way to do it. But it is so interesting watching everyone's different way. It's just, I mean, it's really interesting to watch, to stand back and just kind of like look around and be like, no way, wow, it really works like this, and they do it like this, and these things seem to work, and those things seem to work. It's crazy.
I mean, and that's the good and bad thing about social media and having so many people and this one read this and that one read that or whatever. Like Garrett had to put me in my place the other day because little G is such a picky eater, and some days it's just really fucking annoying. Like if we go out to lunch somewhere, like we have to think about where we're going because he won't eat certain things. So like, are we bringing him lunch? Or are we picking something up? You know what I mean? And I was just having one of those days where I was like, no, he needs to fucking try new things. And she's like, he's eating. What does it matter? Like, you're stressing yourself out. And I'm like, okay, fine. You're right.
He's getting bigger.
You know?
He has muscles. His little calves are popping in. He's got some little chesticles now that he's looking all like, you know what I mean?
I'm like, a chicken nugget. Can we like a chicken nugget? Please. You can always find a chicken nugget no matter where we go. And he's
running around with these little teeny tiny biceps and like a mohawk. And I'm like, he looks great. He's fine. Just he's not eating shit. You know what I mean?
Like, well, I get that. My daughter's the same way. I blame that. I blame that on her mom. Because if she didn't like something, it's because kids don't like everything that they're handed to them. And instead of doing no, you're going to eat this, mom and grandma would completely remove whatever and like give her something that she would like. But so she knew that she didn't have to like certain things. Like I like what I like, you know. Thank God she likes like hamburgers. And then like a lot of times she takes the bread off. So it's like, okay, this kid is like the connoisseur of hamburgers. She knows the best hamburgers in the place because that's all she's ever going to eat anywhere.
Yep.
But at the same time, it's like, you know, like what Garrett was saying, it's like, okay, if you can at least get something good in there, then, and there's like something on the menu of 3 items that are good. Okay, cool. We'll take that. We'll take that.
But it's not like he's not, Laura, like, and I've
heard this that they won't always be that way, so I'm hopeful.
He's not a picky eater though. Half of it is his like autism. Like half of it is like there's certain textures he will throw it up if he tries to eat it. Right. There's not like he just won't.
It's very sensory driven.
So like if he looks at it and it looks like mush, he's not like,
except for cottage cheese.
Yeah, that's the only one. Which I don't know why.
Cracks me up because, as we all know, cottage cheese is the most textured food that you could possibly eat, and that boy eats it by.
Cottage cheese is so good.
It's so good.
I love cottage cheese. Good. It's funny you talk about certain textures will make him like throw up. My youngest brother's oldest son, he had this thing where for whatever reason, if you took like lettuce, it wasn't like super like crunchy,
yeah.
If you picked it up and you went like this, you'd be like, and so like, I remember when he was little, he saw something, he ate something, there was some lettuce in there, and he's like, and like threw up, and I'm like, oh, I'm like, oh man. You just gave me the button right now. I'm shaking the leaf in front of your face, man. Oh, it's so funny. So funny.
All right, let's get to what the people want. I think the burning question from Bill Grundler is: do you allow gym dogs in your gym?
Yeah, I do. I do. Okay, so my dog, he's not with us anymore. Sam, rest in peace.
Does everybody name a dog Sam in their lifetime? You had a Sam, didn't you?
I had a Sam, yeah.
Did you? Was he Sam? Was that his name, Sam?
No, her name was Samantha, but we called her Sam. She was a
Okay.
golden retriever. She was freaking
I
fabulous.
never had a Sam, but I feel like so many people have Sam as a dog.
So mine was, his name was Samuel. It was supposed to be Samson, but then he was like a little spazzle puppy, so it didn't really work out. So Samuel kind of worked in there, and then it was just Sam for short. Samuel L. Boxer is what I called him.
Nice.
He was a boxer, a Brindle boxer. Oh,
Oh, pretty.
Nice.
Yeah.
he's so awesome. He was the best. And I there were okay. So the whole gym dog thing has always been in the mix. Like that has always been an issue for people. What's funny is if like you were an OG CrossFitter, like OG CrossFit, we saw Athena, which is Greg Glassman's dog, on every journal. CrossFit, boom, there's Athena, her picture right there. So like it was gym dogs in the gym. Like that's just kind of what it was. So we like a lot of us did that. I do know that not everyone is a dog person. I do know that some people are afraid of dogs. I do know that because I'm bringing my dog and I'm the owner doesn't mean that it's the dog pound and everyone can let their dogs run all over the fucking place and like have hair all over the place and not
Or
shit
barking
all
the whole
over the
time.
place or
Yeah.
bark like
Barking the
no.
whole
Like
fucking time.
like if that to me is I have told people like, hey, you can't have your dog. If your dog's gonna be here, you got to put them on the leash over there. And if they're barking the entire time, you got to put them in your car. Or hey, here's an idea. Don't bring them here.
Right.
Yeah, but they've been in the house all day, and I go, that's not my deal. This
You're
is
here for an
not the
hour.
dog part.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like this is for you guys to get a workout, not the dog to get a workout. I understand what you're saying. Like I get it, man. Like I get it. But how about maybe you leave them in the car, or you get here a half hour early and you go walk them down the street and back.
Let them.
Like
Yeah.
there are
Let 'em go to
ways to
sleep.
do
Yep.
it. It's not the entitlement thing where everyone thinks that they can do whatever they want. I understand the service dog idea. I don't think that people need to bring their dogs to every single thing that they do. I mean, if someone really is having a hard time, like, okay, I get it, but that's not everybody. It's really not everyone. I think people push that issue way too much. I'm sorry if there was someone else's dog that was biting people. That piece, I would reiterate exactly what Caleb said. I would punt that thing right out the rolled up door. And if Danielle had anything to say about it, I would punt her ass out too. I'm sorry. Like for any owner, every gym owner, I don't say every. A lot of gym owners that have been around for a while when the open gym thing and the athletes were coming around and you had the open gymmers that all thought that they were going to go to regionals or semis or whatever the thing is, and they're over there training, and you have the regular people that don't count anymore, at least to these people who think that they're athletes, which is just crap. Like you're not more important than the people that are in there. You're not. Even if you are, congratulations, you made it to regionals. Like, who gives a shit? Awesome. Like if and the people that aren't paying, like you definitely are not going to get the right of way. The people that are going to get the right of way are the people that are keeping the doors open, which are the paying people. And if they don't like it, they can get out. I mean, when I obviously I was competing in the earlier days, and as I was kind of phasing out, I had open gym people that for some reason they all thought they were going to be a somebody. And I'm like, I had to bring them all together, and like 12 of them. And I'm like, hey, I can appreciate that you guys all want to work out. You guys all want to do the throwdowns, and you all want to do the competitions, and you want to do this. I'm competition training, and I'm doing this and I'm doing that. I beat all of you motherfuckers. And if you can't beat this old guy, and I'm not going to any regionals, you have no chance. So stop being assholes to the people out here that are like, hey, cool, you want us to buy your shirt so you can go fly to the Granite Games or whatever?
Yeah.
If you want the gym to support you, you better ask them how they're doing and root them on when they're getting their PR, because otherwise they don't give a shit about you. And me as a gym owner, if you're not like, If
I
you're not
really don't give a
paying
shit
into
about
this,
you.
so that like I'm sorry, like that Pepper, Danielle's not paying you and you're not getting something big out of that, then you don't deserve to have your gym, man. Like that shit should close down.
Kids or dogs, I don't care as long as they don't get under my bar while lifting.
Right.
I think most of us feel like that. Like it's cool. Nobody cares. Everybody likes to pet a gym dog. Everybody likes everybody's kids when they're like nice kids, just being nice. We had our kid at the gym every single day with us all the
Right.
time.
Right.
From when he was born basically until when he was like 5 or 6 years old.
Yeah.
And he was, and there was a bunch of them.
Yeah.
They all grew up together, just kind of like around each other, the same ages. It was adorable. And they would jump on the rowers together and like pretend to
run
do
around in the back. And
yeah, I think you guys were saying it yesterday. They would see us working out and then they would try to go pretend to do everything that we would do and like, you know, burpees with us and whatever. And it was
and all of
awesome.
us parents would look at each other if it's a running workout, you know, because our gym, the runs, obviously you go outside and you leave the property and then you come back and we kind of would all check in with each other. I know that these two moms are going to run much faster than I am. I'll stay back and wait a couple seconds until I see someone coming in, and then I would take, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, we just all did it together.
That
I was the one that
camaraderie
stayed
together.
back though, because I was the one
Garrett
that
never
doesn't.
ran.
I would be like, yo, I'm doing the bike instead of the run, and like, because I like the bike.
She
so
would
I was
never
like,
run.
I know. I'd be like, I'll be on the bike. I'll watch the kids. No problem.
Yeah.
No, yeah, but okay, but the missing piece of all of this stuff is you're talking, well, there's two things. Common sense, which is uncommon and doesn't make any sense anymore, and then situational awareness. Like, and people don't have any of that. They don't have any of that anymore.
Yeah.
Like, people are so clueless. I don't get it. I don't get. I watch being a gym coach and a gym owner, especially like if you're there a lot during the day. Like you literally are watching 50 sitcoms over the course of the day.
Yeah,
you're watching people and you're looking at them. You're like, why
you're
the
adults.
fuck are they doing that?
Yes.
They like they had the bar and they just went over and grabbed it.
Yep.
They just moved someone's stuff that was. This person has to go and get every piece of their equipment. They got to come here 20 minutes early
and put it right there.
All their pieces of equipment to make sure that no one touched. Like, what is wrong with you people? You know, I'm like, and it's funny. Like, I just sit there, I'm like this.
Yep.
What are they doing over there?
Yep.
And I laugh at everyone all day long, because it's like they are literally. I mean, like kids, okay. Like I was telling my brother, his four-year-old son, I'm like, it's like, man, he's yelling about everything. Like, dude, he is the center of the universe. Center of the universe. And eventually you learn that, like, you're not the center of the universe. But like, I don't know what happened. Like here are these adults. Like, okay, you're 62. You're not the center of the universe. Yet you think that everyone should be following in line behind you. It's the weirdest thing. But that's why all of those things, the dog thing, it seems very common sense that if your dog is a piece of shit around other people, you probably shouldn't bring them. If they're not friendly, probably shouldn't bring them. If the dog bites someone, like, I'm sorry, like my dog bit someone, and I was pissed that it happened, but at the same time, it's like, okay, my dog has been around a lot of people. He obviously knew something was up with this fucker. And as the guy's walking out, I don't know what he did, but like Sam followed him out to his car, and then the guy did something, and Sam kind of snapped at him. Well, the unfortunate thing is this guy was a lawyer. So he's like, oh, I can't write my reports. I can't do this. I can't do that. So, I mean, so he was like, hey, okay, what can we do? Can we work that? He's like, well, I want a free membership for a year. I want my wife to have a free membership. We want this. We want that. I'm like, oh, geez. God. I'm like, okay, you're playing the game now.
Yeah.
Luckily, my insurance has like something that would cover medical for that sort of thing. And I was like, okay, cool. We'll let that go. But no, there hasn't been, maybe there's one other time, but like there hasn't been another time. Like my dog was there for 10 years, 11 years. And That was the only time. That was the only issue. And once that happened, I mean, like, so here I am. I'm the owner. I'm putting my dog on a leash.
Yeah.
I'm making sure that that's not happening. But it's like, dude, like, how is it that people don't get that? How is it they can't look around and think, like, does it really
So,
matter
yeah,
what
it's just-
pull-up bar I have? Does it really matter what barbell I have? Like, who
No, people are
gives-
serious about that. People are like
it's
legit
so
serious
funny.
about that.
Oh
It's
my
the
God.
weirdest
I
thing.
mean, all
The
the
only
things
reason we had had pull-up bars was because we were tall.
we had to
have those.
had,
certain-
Lucky.
we
there
had
was
to have
no-
those ones.
We also had one bar specifically for a dude who came in the summer times. Who wasn't he like 6'5" or 6'6"?
Yeah, we had one bar that
It
was
was
like
like-
as high as possible
Wow.
because he was like,
He was-
yeah,
yeah,
six,
he was
6'5"
huge.
or something
Yeah.
like that. And like that would be
But
his.
that was it.
But
Otherwise-
even looking at someone that is there that doesn't need that pull-up bar, and you're even like, hey, would it be like, are you cool? He obviously needs this bar. They're like, oh, I have to move. Are you going to use that one? You're not
Yeah.
going to use that one.
right.
So you're going
Yeah.
to put him on the lowest pull-up bar, and he's going to be doing fucking, when we put the barbell up and we do pull-ups with the barbell.
Well, yeah, basically.
They
he's
don't
got-
even care.
They
They
don't
don't
even
even
care.
care.
All the things that you said, like I used to deal with this open gym group that would
Yeah.
take the equipment that I needed for the class. So we're already limited. So at this gym, we only had a couple assault bikes. So we're already limited on that.
And by a couple, she means a couple. Like
a
we had
couple, like four, maybe
Like-
four. And I'm going to have a class full of 15 people.
that
Yeah.
all want to RX,
Right.
especially the
Right.
bike.
So
Like,
they're going to take it. And I said, hey guys, can you just make sure that you're done with this? Class starts in 10 minutes. Can you just please make sure you're done with this so that I can have it back? I got phone calls from my boss. How can you talk to them like this? People were threatening to cancel their memberships. Now I'm trying to teach a class now. So all this happened before the class started. Now
Yeah.
I'm teaching a class and my boss is calling me on the phone while I'm trying to teach a class. And then they're
Yeah,
yelling
what,
at me.
what did they pay? Did they pay more or less than the regular gym person?
same,
Same.
Oh,
They paid the
same.
same.
Okay.
They paid the same.
but the point was that the open gym, they weren't at open gym. They just came and used the gym while class was going on.
There
Fuck
was
'em.
two different types.
On
Fuck 'em.
the
There were
like,
two different types. You had the ones that came in before
Mhm.
and would start to use the equipment and stuff like that. And now, mind you, I don't understand. You've been here for an hour. Why are you starting the workout 10 minutes before class is supposed to start?
Gotta warm
That
up,
means
man.
you-
You didn't know that? You didn't know that? I gotta warm
Like,
up.
man,
I gotta mobilize.
I'm
they
like,
were they
what
masters?
the fuck? No, they were not. They were not. But then I had other people that would, I think CK Kevin said it, that she would come in late and she would set her shit up in the middle of my class.
yeah, that was the problem.
And I'm like, girl, get out of the middle of my class. And she also went to the owner, and the owner was like, she can do whatever the fuck she wants. So then why am I
Really?
here? Then why am I here?
Yeah.
Why am I coaching? If you're going to if you just want this to be an open space gym,
Is
then
that the
hire
gym- That's not the
somebody.
gym you guys are at now, is it?
No.
Okay. good.
Hire
Jeez.
somebody
Bill's
that
about
can
to come
pay.
to New York.
Hire somebody
I'm about to make a phone call.
listen. Hire somebody that you can pay to be a manager that makes sure that people pay and that they can watch the gym as
and
they
then
do
just
their
have no
own thing.
coach. Like
There's
just-
no reason for me to be there
Yeah.
at all.
Wow.
So, I mean, all
See,
that
and
shit
that-
that you said, I was like, yep, dealt
Well,
with that.
but see, like that is a gym owner issue.
Mhm.
I mean, it's people are gonna do what they're gonna do, but like the gym owner will direct that kind of stuff. And if people know that it's allowed, they will do whatever they want to do. And if the gym owner feels that that's more important,
Listen,
that-
Brittany, I've
then
got
that
some
is-
stories. I dealt with that shit for fucking 5 years. And also with the dog thing too, I had 2 of them that brought brand new puppies into
like,
the gym.
like untrained
Like
puppies.
untrained brand new puppies. Now, mind you, again, as she was saying, there's this kids area in the back. They bring this dog into where I'm coaching. And this was a particular day that I was spending a little extra time going over the snatch. PVC
Pause.
pipe, everybody. I know why everybody, whenever I say that, people are like, pause. Pause.
I just think it's funny. I just think it's funny.
So
CrossFit.
I
What are you talking about?
literally have everybody
say
paying
anything, CrossFit.
attention to me, and we're dropping down into the very bottom, and I'm having everybody set up before we go together as a group. I get down in that position, everybody's there, and all of a sudden these dogs start barking. These two don't move. Their owners don't move. And I look at them, and everybody looks at them, and they're looking at me. I'm like, are you gonna get them? Are you gonna take them out? Because I'm about to start coaching, and people can't hear me because your fucking dogs are barking. And I told both of them, I was like, they cannot be in here. And same thing. Well, what am I supposed to do with them? I don't know, but they cannot be back here. They cannot be in this class.
Yeah.
They have to go. They have to go. No.
I don't know why that's such a hard question to answer. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, what was your dog doing an hour ago before the class time?
There's
They were at the house, and I go, what, you
awareness.
can't. That's what I said, man. Common
There's
sense,
no
situational awareness, zero.
consideration at all. No, Matt, that's why part of the reason why I left.
From the owner's perspective, the fear is losing the money, and I get that, right? Like, especially out here, maybe especially in California, because these are expensive states, and especially where we are on Long Island, it's expensive to rent any space anywhere out here. So I understand that feeling, but if in my mind, if you had started like cultivating the culture inside your gym from the jump street, the right way, then people wouldn't just like, they wouldn't be like, feel entitled and leave. They'd be like, oh, this is how it's always been.
Yeah.
These have always been the rules. This owner has always been like this. This owner has always backed their coaches. This owner has always, like, you wouldn't have to worry about telling somebody like, hey, you can't fucking do that right now because this is not what we do in this gym. And they'd be like, oh, okay, let me go to the back of the gym and do the shit in the back room where, you know, open gym is, kind of thing.
Or come at 10 o'clock. You have a key.
But once you
one of them had a key to the gym.
Once you
bring your dogs and your fucking kids at 10 o'clock where nobody's in the gym and you can do whatever the hell you want.
once you do that, and once you set up a group of entitled people that can just run around and do whatever they want in your gym, you can never tell them no again.
Well, that's you can. The thing is, they're afraid to.
Right.
And
that's what I mean. Yeah.
And when it comes down to the money thing, you're right. Like, I don't want to lose a member. I don't want to have a member get pissed off. But if I'm saving one member to lose 5 members because they're tired, like, I mean, you got to see it that way too. You can't, it's not a surface level issue. It's a whole thing. Whatever this action is that I'm going to take, what are going to be the next 3 things that happen? Well, I'm going to call Colleen and I'm going to yell at her because how dare you yell at this one person over here, and we are 2 people, 3 people, maybe. We'll say it's 3, 4. I'll take it 4. And they're all threatening to leave. And I'd be like, okay, well, it's crazy because I have 12 over here that they don't want to deal with it. They're paying to get coached and they can't get it. They don't have the bars. They don't have the bikes. They can't do it. So now we're all sitting here. So they're going to leave. So which one do you want? You want 12 to leave or 4 to leave? 4 that think that they can do whatever they want, or 12 that are like, please tell me what to do, and I want to be here and change my life, and I'll be here for the next 15 years.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, because with the Danielle thing, where is she going after this? Think she's going to be at CrossFit Hyde for the next 5-10 years? Hell no.
Yeah.
So the other people are all,
I mean,
they all
isn't she
live
going
there.
to Washington? I thought she was going to Washington. Isn't she going to
who knows?
Washington State? Idaho?
You guys are honestly moving so fast. Then like with all the stuff that Jenny has and stuff, like it moves so fast. Like I'm like, oh sweet, 375 notifications. God,
oh my God.
Like,
I don't
so fast. I mean, it's cool. It is fun to watch. I heard John Young say something about like it's like when Sevon had the show, I think it was doing the emails and all those things with all the stuff. He's like, it's the first time that I really wanted to get that I could not stop listening to just like dumb drama bullshit. And it was like you just can't not look at it, but
you can't. I mean, you want to, and it shouldn't be important, and you should not care about some of this dumbass shit that's happening in life because it's just like, fuck, I'm too old for this
Yeah.
to like watch this. But I'm sorry, I watch Love and Hip Hop. I watch like
do.
Love Island. I
We
watch
don't-
some
not Love Island,
not Love
but
Island, but you know
Love
what I
and
mean?
Hip Hop.
Like shit.
Love and Hip Hop for sure.
Oh, Teen Moms. I watch that shit all the time. I live for
Ultimatum.
like
Have you watched Ultimatum?
oh
Bill?
God.
You guys are listing shows that like I would
Yeah,
not waste
because
my
you're
time
too
on.
old for this shit.
Right. I don't.
We're-
That's the thing. Like I just
Yeah.
like I'm like, who cares, man? Like,
Ultimatum
it-
is the
to me,
dumbest show ever.
It's
It's
all
one-
dumb.
You know, hey, Teen Mom. So my brother used to write the music for that.
Oh, shit.
That's so
Yeah.
awesome.
Dude, I love that show.
Teen
I can't.
Mom. He wrote music for what's the New Jersey one?
Matt.
Jersey Shore. Jersey Shore.
Jersey
Yep.
Shore.
Yeah, he
Don't
wrote
judge
music
me,
for that.
Matt.
Yeah.
Oh
so
my
funny.
gosh.
I
No,
can't.
so
Sometimes you need it. Like,
But Ultimatum, would you ever go on a show where you and Laura would go together and one of you
Oh, God.
would have had to give the ultimatum? And usually it is like marry me or
like she would be
whatever.
like, "Hey, Bill, marry me.
if you don't marry me,
then it's over.
then
or
it's
whatever."
over.
So they go to this island.
yes,
Continue.
with other couples that
Same
also
thing.
are dealing with the same thing. And then what they do is they date each other. You have a fake marriage with somebody else. Well, your partner that gave you the ultimatum also is fake married to somebody else.
Hell no, I would not do that. No fucking way. No.
Just
no.
be like,
I was like, when did therapy stop being a thing? If we
Dude.
can't figure it out, I tell Garrett all the time, if we can't figure this shit out, we're going to therapy. We're not going to
Right.
some fucking island so that we can date other people. Thank you,
Look
Laura.
at she's yelling.
Fuck no.
Hell no. No
Fuck
way.
no.
No. Like I don't even I see those shows like on the commercials and stuff. I'm like, what the like seriously? Are people do they not have anything going on in their life that they have to like I couldn't do it. I
no,
couldn't
I
do
have
it.
shit going on, but sometimes I need the noise to stop.
In
my
Wait,
head.
okay, so all right. So, you have
I'll
stuff
watch
you have
this
stuff
shit.
going on. What's the dopamine fix that you're getting out of that?
By going on that show?
No, by
Oh,
watching that show.
watching
Like
it.
what is
Oh,
it
he's
about that?
asking me. So
Oh.
like, so my day is loud all day, right? Like I'm in the deli all day, and I have to be social all fucking day. Which
And
like,
respectful
yeah.
to a lot of really disrespectful people.
So, by the time I get home, like my social battery is just dead. Like I just need anything to shut my brain off. And if those shows happen to be on, I'll just go into a mindless coma, watch it, laugh, be like, how the fuck do those people go on television and do this
we
shit?
spend most of our
And,
time
like-
like this.
Like,
the fuck?
or doing what we just did to you and Laura, and you guys being like, I would fucking never do that. Like, why is this so dumb? Like,
Yeah.
it turns my brain off a little bit for
Yeah.
the day, from the day. And so like this whole Danielle Brandon thing, like, I don't care. I hope that she does the best that she can do. And I hope she figures her dog situation out. But I really don't. It's not,
That's how I feel about listening to
Just say,
Sunday.
like, it just shuts your brain off for 5 seconds that you don't think about some of the, like, somebody snapping their fingers at me to get my attention today. As if
I will say that the Danielle stuff is very interesting because it's something that we haven't really heard of going into the games. Like we have athletes that are getting ready to go to our world championship, the pinnacle of the very peak of our competitive season, to showcase the ultimate level of what fitness can do, the tip of the spear, all of that kind of stuff. And what are we talking about right now?
Yeah,
not
I know.
Pia winning 8 times, not who's the newcomer that's going to be coming up, not what's Austin Hatfield going to do. No, now there's a question of what's going on there. Some of the stuff that Jenny's been putting up too. So it's hard to see what that's going to be too. But Danielle
he's
Brandon
distracted a little bit, but he's fine. He'll be fine.
Right. Well, I mean, I hope so. We'll see. I mean, because right now, like the top story is Danielle Brandon and her dog, and like how
this is what makes
how
you guys
shitty of a member that she is, and to me, like for me, and this is why this is why, like, I'm the quietest one in the locker room, because to me, like, I don't care.
Yeah.
But this is
Yeah, her
what
dog bit but Bill, her dog bit someone. It yelled at a service dog's guy, and the owner yelled at the service dog's owner. Yeah, I don't care.
But this, I think this
I
is
just don't care.
I think this is what starts to make you guys be a professional sport, right? Because like when we were talking about basketball for the longest time, we just talked about how Draymond Green like kicks everybody in the nuts. No one
Yeah.
talked about his rebounding or his whatever.
Yeah.
And now everybody's talking about who Larsa Pippen's dating in the NBA. Nobody cares like what that team is doing. They just want to know which new basketball player Larsa Pippen like banging. It's, you know what I mean? Like even the
isn't this professional sports
the
now?
WNBA, they're not actually talking about the girls playing fucking basketball. They're talking about did Brittany Griner say fuck that white girl? Like it's not like if there's not something in there like that, it's
what's sad is there was a time when actually like everyone really cared about the sport.
Yeah, no, it's
and I am not even going to use the word professional sport anymore, because
Bill's mad.
We had, there was a lot of time talking about just that word, that one word, professionalism, professionalize. I'm a professional. Everyone has used that words to nauseum that they don't even understand what the word even means anymore.
Yeah.
Like at all.
I get it.
I guess generally speaking, like if you get paid to do something, you are a professional. But I wouldn't call someone that wins the lottery a professional gambler. I wouldn't call them they won something.
Oh,
but they aren't a professional.
What about poker players on ESPN?
Well, I think that there are some professionals where that's what they do. They constantly are in, and they are doing that. And again, this is one of the things like, okay, well, how much makes it enough? I don't know. I mean, I don't really know. But like when you're saying that you're trying to professionalize your sport, like all you're really saying and all that is really said through the whole thing is we want more money. So
Yeah.
you're not,
But you don't
want it to be
with it.
You don't want it to be you don't want to be a professional athlete. You don't. You just want more money. Like say what it is. We want to professionalize. No, you don't. You're hoping more money comes into it. We want to make it to where we're what was is me and Susan and Sevi, we were talking about it in when we were up at NorCal, talking about professionalism, and it was like, okay, he goes, all right, so let's say Haley is going to get a boob job, and the plastic surgeon is going to be doing a great job on her, whatever. He's the best there is. I'm paying all this money to get these boobs on her. But he says really like nasty things like, oh, she's going to be knocked out. I can do whatever I want. I get to touch her boobs first, all that. Is he being professional?
No.
But you're paying him to do his job, and that's what his job is. He's a professional.
Okay, so his bedside manner is like
right. So what does what does the word mean? So which one are we using it? Are we saying that like professionalism means that you're a nice person? So does that mean that like if we're going to professionalize the sport of CrossFit, we're all going to be great, nice people, and we're all going to say nice things about each other, and we're not going to do things that are disrespectful?
Okay, that was a weird way to go around it. I like
but that was the word though. He's like I don't want them to act professional or nice, whatever. It's like I really don't care what he's saying. I want him to do a good job on her so that she's happy with what I'm paying him to do. That he is getting paid to put these implants into her to make her look a certain way. That's being a professional, right?
We got to get out of this analogy. I'm stuck on.
You're not getting it.
And do something.
Do I need to change it to another body part?
Something where I'm
noses.
Okay,
noses.
Something else that's not like I don't know. You're talking to a lesbian. You're talking to me about boobs, and then it got weird. I don't know where to go after that.
All right. Well, the other people in here did you see? But what I'm saying, it's like the word has been used so hard and in so many different ways that we're not even. It's not. It's it's like fitness. It's like happiness.
Yeah.
I want to be happy. I don't know what the hell does that mean.
Or community.
Yeah.
You did that on purpose to him. You really.
That was
I don't have that one, or I would have played it.
man. It's the same thing. Like there are a lot of words that we are using right now that it is word salad bullshit. Like
Jenny
words that
agrees with
used
you.
to mean
Jenny gets it.
something.
I wouldn't
Okay.
care. I want the best boob implanter.
All right.
Okay,
See, cool. Jenny gets it. See.
All right. there we go.
But that what I'm saying is that we're in a time now where words that are emotionally used, I don't say triggering. It's not the right word. Emotional invoking words to make things sound a certain way. Oh, professional athlete. We want to professionalize this sport. Okay, you're just using a word to make it sound nice, but you're not really saying what you want that to be. I want to be happy. I am very happy right now. Why? What is it that is making you happy? What is it that you're looking for? Transparency,
I get you. Okay.
community. There are words that sound nice, but we have used them to where they don't even mean the things that they're saying anymore.
Okay.
And in this realm, like the base word that we have used, that we are the only ones that have come up with this word. The definition is fitness. We are the only one, and that was the point that drove us away and moved us out of the realm of all of the other little boutique-y gyms, whatever they were trying to do out there. We became CrossFit because we defined the word that we're using. And that's how we base all of our stuff on. That's how we know the direction we're going. That's how we program to, because we are looking for an increase in fitness based on this definition. But now we've seemed to come back around where we're using all these words, but there's no substance to the word anymore. I want to professionalize it, meaning what?
Yeah, so they don't even know what they want. Like,
Nope.
if you say, hey, I want to be a professional, well, what does that entail? Like, give me a list of the shit that entails. But then, like, the media is going to add 40 other things to it. And they're going to be like, hey, I don't want that. And it's like, well, that's what comes with it.
Okay.
Are
we more professional because it's safe?
Oh, okay.
Okay. I mean, does that make it more professional? Or does that just make it safer?
I mean, every sport tries to do that, but professional football was still professional before they implemented the, hey, don't break it, what's his face's clavicle, don't hit Tom Brady too hard.
You can't spear. Okay, like is it
receivers, shit like that.
Totally. But again, like, are we does having stricter the safety guidelines, and I'm not saying the safety is important. I mean, of course, you want your athletes to be able to compete. You want to see them compete.
Yeah.
You want to see them get hurt.
You want to see them compete. For sure. Yeah.
But does that make it, like the PFA, does that make it more professional? Because that we have safety standards or we have movement standards. It's like, no, what those things are doing are trying to clean up whatever misnomers might be going on so that there aren't like, well, we didn't know what they were trying to do, or as an athlete, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like what if it's box jumps and everyone now, I'm from the realm of box jumps where like everybody rebounded everything.
Yeah.
Like, and I was 40 something and I'm like, okay, here we go. I'm going to rebound off the 24 and off the 30 and, just do what I do. No one thought about like, okay, well, you're going to blow your Achilles or something. I mean, like, okay, stuff happens. I get it. But like, I still like, I am the one that whenever I get on these either our programming show or other ones, if someone has box jumps in there, I don't like the fact that they say the standard must be box jump step down because that's a safety issue. And I'm like, well, I'm racing. Don't tell me how to race. So are we professionalizing this because I'm saying that you need to step down, or are we just putting a safety guard on it?
So you said that too. I think you said it on, I don't know if it was ours or somebody else's or whatever, like with the rope climbs.
Yep.
Like, are they going to start putting harnesses on people to do rope climbs? Like, are we going to completely take away the athleticism of getting up and down and figuring out? The scariest part about a rope climb is not getting up the rope. It's getting down the rope.
Yep.
So
I mean, I blew my knee out coming down a rope. I mean, like, I get it, but I would never say that, like I like the fact that as an athlete, I get to determine how I'm going to race. You just tell me where I need to go and where I can't go, and let me do the rest. Like, I think that, like, as an athlete, as a competitive athlete, that's what you want. Otherwise, I
Do you
think
think
that you,
I mean, because the NFL, they do all the that's a different conversation. That was a different conversation. That was like kind of like throw in the towel for boxers. Like when a coach has to decide if they've that conversation that we had was I think that was a different conversation. That was like protecting them from really like.
But I understand, like, what Madeline was asking on that question. And guess what? Yeah, athletes will hurt themselves to win because they want to win. But as an athlete, I mean, like, okay, you can put up boundaries. So like UFC, if the judge sees that you knock someone out, they're not going to let you go in there and just keep pounding on his head. They're going to jump in the way. In fact, they say a lot of, like, the way that they've done the UFC, that there are far less concussions in the UFC than there are in boxing. Because what do you do in boxing? You just sit there and pound on each other's head. Now, granted, it's not like the super small gloves or the bare knuckles or whatever, but it's repetitive. It's over and over and over and over and over. That doesn't really happen in the UFC. It's like a couple shots, and then someone gets knocked out, and then they block it out, and then they stop it. So I don't think that is not allowing people to get after it. That's not forcing people to compete a certain way, or saying, okay, you're only allowed to hit at 50% because we don't want people to get hurt. Like, get in there and mix it up. We'll stop you when it's time.
With the NFL too, and the CTE thing, as much progress as they've made with whatever the helmets are or whatever the rules that they've implemented now to protect players, they still know they're going into the NFL with the risk of getting CTE.
How could you not?
Right. So there's just, you can try to make it as safe as you absolutely want, but there's all those guys, all those big ass linemen, all those, you know what I mean, tight ends and shit. Like, they know they're going in there, and it might be a little safer. So maybe I'll get to play 4 years and not get it instead of 2 years and not get it. But like,
I know that there are a lot of, we'll talk football players because that's what we're talking about right now. But I know there are a lot of football players that are dealing with, like, CTE stuff, like old school guys coming in and out. Like, I get it. But I also see athletes as the new version of warriors. Like, they're the gladiators. They're the ones that are out there in the arena competing, and it is a physical battle. And when you have physical battles, there is going to be physical pain that happens with that. Like, that's just how it goes. It doesn't matter what sport you're doing. I mean, it could be arm wrestling. You could tear someone's arm. You could rip a bicep. You can. I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, the chance of getting hurt is high.
Yeah.
And you cannot have a physical sport and mitigate all of that. No, you're right. Can you get rid of things and make it so that it's not just like a straight bare knuckle to the death kind of thing? Absolutely. Yeah, totally can. But
I agree with you on the box jump thing, by the way. Like, I think that they should just, because the minute they did that, wasn't that when like 3 different people tore their Achilles when they changed from?
Well, no, there were people that tore their Achilles, and then they went and said, okay, now they started saying step down, step down, step down.
But then
to where
3
now
other people, it was like there 3 other people did that for the new version, and they also tore their Achilles. It was like Bill Leahy, didn't Gabby do it?
Right. Yeah.
Gabby did it on that. So like,
Gabby did it by rebounding though, didn't she? But that was a
it was a sort of rebound. It was like, came down and saw that if I mean, they figured that it was so high that you wouldn't rebound
Yeah.
unless you keep your hands on it, and then you can rebound.
Right, yeah.
But like for me, like even that, like, okay, was that wrong to put that in there? No. I mean, I was bummed that happened to Gab because I wanted to see what she could do. I was really
Yeah,
excited about seeing her that year competing.
Yep.
Yeah.
But at the same time, as an athlete, you choose to do that. If people are going faster and you want to win, you got to figure out a way to go faster. If you're like, if I'm going into a sport and I'm like, well, you know what? I think it's unsafe for me to lift that heavy, so I'm just not going to do it. Well, you're not going to go very far then.
I'm with you.
I
I
have-
think that's the athlete's choice for
I-
that kind of stuff. Like if you want to, for whatever, for rope climbs, if you want to put the padding on below or like some of the other stuff they want to do, but for freaking box jumps, either you want to go or obviously it's been proven that you could tear your Achilles doing anything. You can tear it doing basketball. That has nothing to do. You know what I mean? Like
I blew my knee out. I snapped my Achilles at the regionals the first time they did the legless rope climb and the run, the 10 rounds of that one. The first time they had that one, it was 2014. The reason that happened was, and everyone thought that I like hurt my ankle because they thought that it came down on my ankle or something, but it wasn't that. It was, I went up the rope, I touched the top, and as I'm coming down, I was sliding. So my legs were together, but my feet were kind of turned out because when I landed, I was going to turn and I was going to run. Well, the mat that they had underneath us, so that you didn't injure yourself when you fell, was like a wrestling mat. It was squishy, that Dolomer mat.
Oh.
Well, my foot went in, and when I turned, it stayed like that.
They didn't move.
Oof.
And it popped it.
Oof.
So should I say, hey, you know what? That was unsafe that they had that squishy mat down there because look what happened. I blew out my knee due to the squishy mat holding my foot when I tried to turn and run. It just happened. Like it happened.
Yeah.
I didn't make a big deal about that. Sports, that happens. I busted my jaw when I was a kid wrestling. I was beating the guy. I throw him. It's the Greco state tournament, and it's all like upper waist and throwing above the hips and throwing. I throw this kid, and within the first 30 seconds, I'm beating him like 6-0. And immediately, he was a little short, stocky guy. My head hits the mat. His head hits my jaw, and it sounds like plates crashing. And I'm like, whoa, kind of shook that off. I get up on top. I'm on top, and I'm kind of holding on. I'm trying to put my teeth together, my jaws, and they aren't going together because this whole part of my jaw was like that.
Oh
My
my
teeth are in.
gosh.
And I'm like, I can't figure out what's happening. All of a sudden, all this blood goes bleh onto the dude's back. Beep, stop it.
Gross.
And the ref looks at me and kind of looks at my face like, yeah, we're done. We're done. And my dad comes over and he's like, oh, that's bad. I'm like, what happened? And I was like, well, your jaw broke, so we can't continue.
Oh God.
So like so should you outlaw throws? It's like you get that's what I mean. Like because someone gets hurt doesn't mean that it's inherently bad. Doesn't mean that it's inherently unsafe. And athletes are going to push themselves because that is what an athlete does. And it is up to an athlete to do whatever they think is right. Now, again, like I don't think you can draw a line to say up to this point. I think it has to be the athlete's choice of how they want to do it, but it's up to the competition to say, okay, how can we mitigate the dumb stuff? How can we mitigate something dumb happening? And think about, okay, what are the things that are going to happen? Like, okay, if it's the rope and people are coming down from the rope and you can twist an ankle, okay, cool. I get it. Cut the rope so that they're right at the level of the ground.
Right.
All right, fine. I got it. But you know, I mean, even that, like if you're deciding to come down super fast and you hit it crooked, I mean, I think that's kind of on you.
Yeah. Hold on. Go ahead.
Hi, Bill Grundler.
What's up, Lil G?
I'm good. How are
Yeah.
you?
I'm good. Are you missing doing any of the hundreds? Are you doing any of
missing
your
the
own
100?
hundreds?
Are you missing doing the 100-day challenge?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Hey, how come I haven't seen you do any L-sits yet? What the heck?
He's gone. It's over.
Gone.
It's over.
Done.
I mean, I am good without doing them because we
Also-
were like,
Yeah.
he's like, I want to do another challenge. And I was like, great. What do you want to do? And he's like, we're going to do 100 reverse burpees every single day. And I was like,
Oh,
we're
wow.
not. I said, you
Wow.
can. That was
No.
one of the harder ones for me because
He
of my
picks
back.
the hardest one out like
Oh
that.
my gosh.
Just do that for 100 days.
Yeah. And he's like, well, we're
Wow.
going to do something different every day. And I said, no, let's pick like one thing that we can do for 50 days straight. Can we do like 50 sit-ups a day?
Yes, he
50
did.
air squats, something.
He did.
And I'm like, can we just make it simple so that everybody can do it? And we don't have to, I mean, like the 100-day challenge, honestly was pretty simple. There were only a couple of days that I was like, fuck, I got to go to the gym and find something or whatever. But
Yeah.
I didn't have to. I kind of just wanted to.
Yeah.
But I was like, can we just make it super simple? Something body weight, you know? Oh, go ahead. Search what a reverse fucking burpee is. That shit is awful.
Okay. So a reverse burpee. Okay. So when you do a regular burpee, it's a push-up, right? So you
Yeah.
do a push-up and then you jump. A reverse burpee is you do a sit-up and then you jump. So laying on your back, keeping your feet down. Everyone does it where they roll back, and it's not supposed to be a roll. Keep your feet on the
then I
ground,
did
do
them
a
all
sit-up.
I did them
It's
all wrong
fine. I
then.
mean, that's a scaled version. It's a scaled version. It's kind so Steven is asking the candlestick. That's the roll thing that people will do.
Mhm.
I see the roll version of that as when someone does a regular burpee and they step down, kind of inchworm down and kind of inchworm way up to do a burpee. It's like you don't really care how they get up, but like
Yep.
kind of care. But the idea is that you go from sit up to a squat position and then jump up from there.
And then go back
So,
down. Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I actually really like them.
course you do.
I feel a lot more like I feel them a lot in my legs because of that like super deep squat jump,
Squat, yeah.
which is kind of cool.
That last day when you had us do the burpee complex was awful. So
I had to have somewhat hard on the last.
it was a jumping jack into a regular burpee, into a jumping jack, into a reverse burpee.
Yeah.
100 times. And it was, I told you, it took us forever to do it.
She looked at me and I looked at her and I was like, girl, I still got paperwork to do in the office. I don't know what you're doing today, but good luck.
That's awesome.
That
So
one was awful.
So Steven, here's what you can do. So there's G.I. Jane. That's 100 burpee pull-ups, right? So do a burpee, jump up to the bar, pull up. I nicknamed G.I. Joe as the reverse burpee. So that's the sit-up one. And then if you put the GI, so like you have your little military people, you have your platoon, that's 100 front and back burpee. So you do a regular burpee, jump, pull up. Then you do a reverse burpee, jump, pull up. That's one. And you do 100 of those. That's called the platoon.
I don't want to hang out with the platoon ever. No,
It's pretty fun.
That's
not ever.
Don't have to warm up for it though. Just jump right in.
Yeah.
Speak
Just
for
jump
yourself.
right in.
Speak for
Bill,
yourself.
Bill's my kind
Bill.
of guy. I always warm up during the workout.
Totally. First round's a warm up, man. First
Yeah,
round's a warm up.
that's how I roll too. All right, first games. This is our first games, dude.
I know.
Like-
How excited are you guys?
So excited.
Very excited.
I wanna make sure I get to go be like a fan too. I want to go like just go crazy in Vendor Village and go get to see some of the.
She working.
I know.
Yeah, no.
She's working the whole
What exactly are you gonna be doing? What are you gonna be doing?
I don't know, Bill. I'm doing what I'm told. I think I'm. I don't know. I think I'm gonna be on the podcast with John and
is.
JR.
Right.
She
But-
is. They've said it a bunch of times already. She's gonna.
Okay.
be on
I'm probably just bringing everybody coffee and
No.
Like-
they didn't bring you in there for
and
that. They didn't bring you in
sandwiches.
for that. They didn't bring you in for
Thank
that.
you, Bill. Please just give her the pep talk before.
No,
we
I'm
leave.
fine. I'm just teasing. I'm fine. But I really, yeah, I think I'm doing the like it'll go live. You'll watch the events, and then they're gonna go live as soon as the events are over, and just do fan podcast shit. JR's
Okay.
gonna explain stuff.
Okay,
John
so
Young's gonna pray
here's
with me.
yeah. So here's what everyone will have the role when you guys are doing your podcasting. JR's thing is always going to be like looking at the programming pieces. And that's his deal. That's what he does. John's going to be talking about who's going to win, who should win, all of the statistical analytical type of things. That's his thing. Yours can be, what do you see as a fan?
That's
Like,
all
wh-
I can
who
do.
who
'Cause
have you
I'm the
talked to?
biggest fan.
I mean, and that's not a bad thing. That doesn't mean that I would like to see you as if you were watching basketball, okay? You're watching it and you will say that someone does something good or someone just completely went dog shit on something. And you should be able to say that. Not everyone, and that's what a lot of people I think have a hard time. People that are in the broadcast space, especially like newer people into the broadcast space, they don't have to be nice to everyone. And because you're saying, this is why John was getting so much crap, and he shouldn't have, because you are saying someone didn't do something right. Like that was that was the worst choice that they could have had. Why did they were terrible when they did that? That's not a bad thing to say because it was.
I should call out Angel Reese's jump. So I'm allowed to call out really bad jump shot. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, you call out what you want to
That's
call
fine.
out. You know,
No,
and be a fan, dude. That
Yeah.
was awesome when they did that. Holy cow, they sucked way worse than I thought they were going to.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Oh,
Like,
good.
there's
That's
nothing
me.
wrong with
That's
that.
exactly what I do on my couch. So that's fine.
Or so and so had this win until they didn't.
Yeah.
Like this one, like so and so was going to win this event, and then they had that awful no rep because they put their hands
Kenneth,
before the line.
where are you getting your information? How do you know that? I have no idea. I don't even know what the pre-show is. What is the pre-show? I don't know.
That'll be like what's coming up that day. What do you know? All the things that are. You guys just talk about stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Just
listen.
talk about
When
stuff.
they tell me, "Hey, be here," then I'll be there, and whatever they ask me to do, I'll do it. It's fine. I'm good.
There you go.
I'm
There
ready.
you
As
go.
long as I get
I
all.
know, it's gonna be
I need to get
exciting.
all of these. Wad Zombie, the mint. I have like.
A couple more cards.
I'm so a couple. Girl.
Oh, I thought you had a couple more cards.
No, I have a whole bin full of these like cards of like Chase and like freaking Jack Rosema and Hatfield, and yeah, I'm going to get all these bad boys. Look at this.
Signed.
But yeah, man.
All right.
I'm ready.
There you go. So it's gonna be. I mean, it's gonna be so. You're gonna have such a blast. It is.
I'm excited. I really
It is. The games are always. I mean, it's like the Super Bowl for us. It's like our Super Bowl. You know what I mean? So like everyone's there. Everyone's having a good time. Everyone gets to see all the stuff. But even like when we were on the show yesterday, me and Chase were saying it's like it. Yes, it's the competition, but it's not even the competition. It's all of the things. It's all of the things that you get to see, the people you get to see, the crowd, the fans that you get to see. What kind of weird things are they have in Vendor Village? Oh my gosh, that was Dave that just walked by.
Yeah,
Whoa,
that's
there's
all I
Chuck
wanna do.
Carswell that's over there. Like
That's
it is
literally all I
really,
wanna
really
do.
cool like that. And like I think that that's something that you can bring also to the show. Like as someone that just wants to be and see the games, like what does it look like? You know, John's not going to be able to do that. He's not going to be able to give that. JR's not going to be able to give that because we've been immersed in this stuff for a while. We've seen the games, we've done the games, we've seen all those things, but you haven't. So you have that fresh look that nobody has yet, and I think that's
like fucking T is gonna
really
be there.
cool. Yeah.
But legitimately, when Tia walks by, like, I mean, I'm not gonna like, I'll pass out when Bill Leahy walks by. But
are you gonna have the high pitched scream?
Not, yeah, well, maybe it's possible. No, I don't have a high pitched scream.
That's what I was wondering. I was what if all of a sudden it would switch?
I don't
high
even
pitched
really
squeal coming from like 6'2" Garrett over here. Hands all doing this.
Hey, maybe we might find out. I might get jazz hands all of a sudden. I don't know.
Is that what Clydesdale said? Jazz?
I'll be jazz.
Jazzy hands.
Good Lord.
I'm so excited.
Yeah,
it's gonna be so much fun.
I can't wait to see all you guys in the chat too. And yeah, I will I probably will laugh at half the shit y'all say. You're gonna fuck me up, but it'll be a good time. I enjoy that stuff.
Yeah.
What are you gonna be doing, Colleen? What are you gonna do there?
Taking care of our kid.
You
So
guys
she
just
can
gonna
go
be cruising
do
around?
what she wants to do. I see myself like hanging out mostly with the people in the chat, and you know she's gonna want me to be able to sit by her, hopefully, with wherever they're podcasting and stuff, and you know, she was already trying to tag me out. And I was like, I know she hates when I say this, but I'll say it anyways.
No, don't.
Like,
just, it's so gay. Don't say it. God,
just leave me alone, okay?
So gay.
She's worked so hard for this.
God.
She has this crazy idea she had for this podcast was hers. It was all hers. And she's said it. Tyler Watkins has said it. Like, I was not on board in the beginning. We had too much shit going on in our life. And this was just another something that she wanted to do. And she had this crazy idea to do it.
She is an emotional support.
I am. But like watching her do this and taking that risk is the very reason that we're here. And she's worked too hard for that, to not be able to enjoy it. So I'm like, I'm not tagging you out. If you need a break, that's fine. Go tag Jenny, go tag someone else. But like, this is your moment.
Jenny's not going to be there.
Go and hang out with our kid, so you can go do all of that. I told her, I was like, if you're given the opportunity to go somewhere with someone,
is living her best life in the tunnels, getting all the tea.
But
Jenny's not going to come out from underneath the tunnel.
But what I'm saying though is that if Jenny is like, hey, you can come down to the tunnel, go. If Sev is like, come hang out with me for 5 minutes, go.
They're not going to have 5 minutes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, go do all of those things. So I have our kid. I get to hang out. That's what I'm doing.
Who's tag teaming Jenny? Yeah, me.
I'm excited for her.
That's cool. I think it's awesome. I think it's you know, the expansion from the locker room to like the games group that's on there. It is really fun to be part of that group and to be just to know all the things that are happening and to have all the talk and to be involved in all the discussions and all the talk. Like you're going to see, it will be different. Like you won't be able to see the games like a regular pure fan. It will be different. That's not a bad thing. You'll be seeing it from a seat that a lot of other people will wish that they could see too. You know what I mean? So like, just like what Colleen's saying, like you gotta just take the experience. It's like run with it. And just like no expectations on whatever, because you're right, because you don't know exactly what's gonna happen or exactly how it'll look when you're doing it. But the way that group works is as long as everyone is having a good time and kicking out to all the fans that are watching and all the people that are in the chat, that's what that group does. It's to bring that information to them so that they can have a good time if they can't be there. And I mean, it is super fun. It is super fun. So you're going to have a blast. It's awesome.
It's so gay. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Jody, we got to get coffee. If any of you guys are there and you want to get coffee, come get coffee. I'm going to need like all the coffee, but
caffeine.
I drink a shit ton of coffee at those things.
So much coffee.
Not that I don't drink a lot of coffee anyway, but
yes.
Thank you so much, Bill Grundler. Oh, and Jeopardy the other day. Thank God that's back.
Oh my God. Thank God.
No, thank God that I was actually able to answer some of the questions. Dude, Chase is like, Bill, you're in because Taylor can't do it. And I go, fuck.
When you're like, I'm just sitting back, biding my time I'm playing the long game. Yep. I was dying. I was just...
that's super fun. I know that Chase puts a lot of work into that. I mean, he puts a lot of work into that. So I was really stoked that it's back. And it hasn't not been back because we haven't wanted to do it, but there's just been, I mean, like with the open and the quarterfinal, the semis and just everything that was happening. It's really hard to get all that stuff in there. And then with all the work that Barkley does for that, like, I mean, we want to make sure that we can pay him to do that. So it's like, you know, finding a sponsor that can work with it or that's willing to do it and wants to do it. And so we've been wanting to do it. We just haven't been able to. So I was really happy we were able to do that. But I was like, dang, dude, you put that right before the games and stuff. And that's kind of putting a lot of pressure on when the next one's going to be on, isn't it? Maybe but we'll see. So
awesome.
No,
it was fun.
It was super fun. It's fun for it to be back. I remembered my question, and it's from yesterday, really quick, when you were on with Jake. You and Chase were on with Jake. And I asked CK Kevin said something, and I kind of asked him what the difference is. So you see people say, love the process or trust the process. And for you, which one do you kind of lean more towards? Is it love the process or is it trust the process?
Um,
Or are they different or are they the same?
I saw when we were having the conversation yesterday, I saw someone put up that my Gen X was coming out hard in the way I was responding. Because the idea of looking at the idea that the process or the journey is more important than the finish was really hard. Like I as a competitor, you don't get into competition to train. You get into competition to win. You get into competition to I want to beat people. And like as a wrestler, it's like I want to crush people. I want to dominate people. Like I want to win. And I mean, I like to train. There are some people that are really good in training and are shitty on game day, and other people that like are terrible in training and great on game day. I like to train. I always did like to train, but I like to win. And so the idea of enjoying the process and not being results driven, I honestly, and I'll be straight up honest, I don't think I remotely could get my hands around that until I was in my 40s, because I just didn't think about it. I didn't think about that when I was in college. I didn't think about that when I was a kid. Like I wanted the medal, I wanted the trophy, I wanted the title, I wanted the whatever. The understanding now of realizing that there is only one winner and everyone else is not that winner. Like everybody else is not that winner. There's only one. You can go to a tournament, there could be 64 people in that bracket, and there is one winner and there are 63 not winners. I mean, that's a hard thing. Baseball, it's like, oh man, he's got a great average. He's a 0.33. It's like that's a 33% success rate. Like that's shitty. If you think of the numbers, like that's in the sport, that's great. But if you think about what it is, it's like it's a game of negative. It's a game of failure. Like that is what it is. So like there's a mindset switch of trying to figure out, can you or do you love what it is that you're doing, or do you only love winning? And if you want to win, like there are certain stuff, you can't win and not train hard and not go through all the stuff. But look at it, like look at all the people that say that they get burned out.
Mhm.
I don't believe in burnout. I don't believe in that. I think what it
You
is
don't?
no, I don't. I think saying that you're burned out, I think it's a cop out. I think it's a cop out statement. Just say what it is. You are not having fun doing this anymore. You don't like doing this anymore. You aren't winning. You aren't successful. You aren't getting the joy out of that anymore. And a lot of times when people get burned, it's like, I'm so tired of like training. I'm so tired. Okay, you're not even seeing what you're trying to do anymore. You're only focused on like the win, the slumps, the losses, like you're not thinking about what that is anymore. And so now I think it is loving the process, because I love what it is that I am doing. And if you love the process, that means I love the thing that I am doing. Trusting the process is more like, okay, when you have a coach that's setting stuff up for you and you don't necessarily see what this puzzle piece is, why do they keep making me? It's the wax on, wax off thing. Like,
Okay.
trust that I'm making you do this for a reason, so that I would say wax on, wax off, and paint the fence and paint the fence. All the things.
Yeah.
Like that was a reason. That was trust the process. These are building blocks that will set you up for what we need to do. But loving the process is, I'm doing all of these things so that I can be the best that I can be. So that if the second that person that's supposed to kick my ass, the second there's a window of opportunity, I'm going to knock the shit out of them. But I can't do that unless I have the process. So I guess if you're asking me which one I would prefer, I would say loving the process is probably more where I would lean. Loving the journey of getting to where that place is. because I've been in a lot of, finalist situations, and that is a fragment of time.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a wrestling match is 6 minutes, maybe 3 minutes of overtime. So you got 9 minutes. Depending on the competition, the CrossFit competition you had, the one that I took second in, it was Amanda. Like it was 5 minutes, whatever it was, 4 minutes or 3 minutes, whatever it was. Like that's if that's half the final stuff, I don't even remember. Like honestly, I remember being on the podium or whatever, but like I don't remember it. It's all the things up to that point. So yeah, it's like it's loving the process, loving the journey.
Do you think that it's been? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Do you
No, go
think
ahead.
that it's been almost romanticized? So we have, I think, as a society, romanticized what love is. Love is always perfect. Love is always exciting and all this type of stuff. But trusting the process, I think, gives that not protection, but like that view of like it's not always going to be perfect. It's not always going to, you're not always going to enjoy doing this because it is hard and you are exhausted or you're frustrated or whatever. Do you think that has kind of, that the loving the process has again romanticized it and made it seem like that if you're not loving the process every single step of the way and it's not perfect every single step of the way, that it's not working?
Actually, no, not at all. Because all right, I'll put it to you like this. You guys are in love, right?
Mhm.
Are there days where you're like, God, will you get the fuck away from me right now?
Never.
Lies. Lies. I mean, and I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, it's like just like you're mad at the other person, right? So the love isn't perfect. It's not perfect that day. And that doesn't mean that like you don't love her. It just means you're not enjoying that moment in time right there. That's the same thing as like is training. If I'm training for something, you are going to have days that are better than other days. You're going to have some days where you're like, dude, I smashed it. I PR'd, whatever. And there are other ones you're going to be like, I am complete shit. I don't know I don't even know what I'm doing here. But what I
Those very
tell
from my unfit days.
right, totally.
Yes.
But I don't think it's romanticizing the statement necessarily. I think what it is it's important for the coach to let the athlete know, or for the athlete to understand that like what you are looking at when you are training is you're looking for trends, and you want the trend to go like that. So you're going to have an awesome day and then a shitty day, then a good day and an okay day. And it's a little bit shitty here, but now it's so as long as you see if you come way back and you look at all the data points that are on there and you see the cloud that goes this way, it's working. It's doing
It's all
exactly
still
what it's supposed
moving
to
in
be
the
doing.
same direction.
It's all moving in the same
It's
direction.
how you want to see the stock market move.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah. It's exactly.
So I think it's if once you understand that, like then you can still love the process. You can still love the journey, even though you got the shit kicked out of you on that particular day. It takes hopefully you have a coach that can be like, hey man, cool. You were supposed to get the shit kicked out of you. Like I planned it to do it. Like, okay, it's all right. And there are going to be times when you're competing where you need to be put under the gun to where, no, you are not supposed to win this. So show me what you can get. And the only way you can do that is by, I'm so stoked to be in here right now, even though I'm getting beat on, because I get this. So I think that's
going back to a CrossFit gym. I don't know if I've told you guys, but I've actually gone back to CrossFit classes.
Officially?
And I'm officially
nice.
as much as I can, because my schedule right now is pretty busy with my personal training clients. But when I can get to a class, whatever, and I went last Monday and I got the shit kicked out of me.
Yeah.
And I got told that my deadlift form is crap and we're going back to basics. And I was like, okay, I'm ready for this. I haven't been coached in years in CrossFit. And I'm like excited to be back and whatever. So it was a nice kick in the teeth. And I'm like, I'll see you next time I can get to a class.
I think
know?
I think that that's fun. I mean, and
It's
that's
like
what
the crazy part of CrossFit, right? We keep getting our ass kicked and we still keep going.
And we say it's fun because it's like a challenge that you're not supposed to be able to
enjoy.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. Well, okay. It's not that you're not enjoyed or not. I have members that would be like, that they joke all the time. They're like, Bill, there's never been a workout here that I thought that I've said, you know what, this is going to be totally fun, because they're shitty and they're hard. But
Mhm.
he's being silly, but I think that the fun part is that when you are given a workout that you aren't like, I mean, do you think that you're Tia? Do you think you're going to act like Tia? Do you think you're going to respond and perform like Tia? Probably not. So
Never.
it's like, okay, I'm going to hang on for dear life and see what happens. So you are put in you're not supposed to do great. Okay. So if you do great, awesome. Get big gold star. If you didn't do great, it was like, dang, I got crushed on that one. But I was supposed to. So I didn't lose on that one either. It's like a win-win situation. So those are the times when it's fun, because it's like, here's a challenge. What do you got to lose? Nothing. You got nothing to lose. And I think that that's really fun. So going to like the burnout stuff and all that, I think that when we allow ourselves to enjoy struggling, maybe that is true. That is true. I always say that's the first rule of CrossFit. If you think it's going to be too easy, that'll be the one that you will be on your back going, oh my God, what just happened?
Always.
But I would say that I think that loving the process is super important. I think that trusting the process, for me, trusting is more like, okay, don't try to overthink what's going on. Like, let the process do what it's supposed to do.
Gotcha.
But you can't do that if you don't love the process. If you don't at least inherently enjoy what it is that you're doing. It doesn't mean that every day it's rainbows and sunshine and everything like that. But it's like, I do love what this is. I love what it's doing for me. I'm loving what I'm getting out of it. I love how I feel knowing that, like, dang, I just did all of that. Yeah, I got my ass kicked, but I just did all of that. Like, that's huge.
Yeah.
And I think that that's important for the athletes even at the games level. Yeah, everybody wants to win. But at the end of the day, it's like, okay, did you perform the absolute best that you could perform? Did you get PRs and things? Like, if first or last, if you PR'd and everything, that you had your best performance, it's a win. That's a win. Because what did you think you were gonna beat Tia? Because you weren't.
Right. I'm so excited to watch her.
Yeah, me too.
You know what's funny? I am too. I am too, and I have in the past not been. I'm excited now. I just want to see her just
decimate the field.
She's gonna rock it. She's gonna rock it. All right, guys. We will see you guys. Some of you guys at the games.
Don't forget, we got Lauren Khalil on Monday.
Yep.
So if you want to come hang out with us for that, we're gonna have a good time.
The boys are gonna do something throughout the week or whatever. So, but we'll see you guys at the games.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I know. Thank you for the therapy session. Deuces.
Bye, guys.
Because I am whatever.